Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready for a fantastic matchup because God knows I am. It is week 7, NACE Varsity Premier, and we have the premierest of all premier teams coming up here. Well, maybe third premier, because these teams are more or less battling it out for third place. We have none other than St. Clair Saints versus Illinois State University. I am Daniil Brown, also known as Betterson McGee, joined by the one, the only traitor.
Theo, the Holy One, yes. A bit of a reference there most people won't understand, but
Is what it is.
sooner rather than later they will understand that one. But Daniil, let's focus on today. As you said, a nice matchup between the Saints and ISU. Both teams 4-2. Both teams have lost to Winthrop and Maryville. So practically on paper, the same teams.
More or less.
More or less, record-wise. So it's going to be definitely interesting. Both these teams are going to the LAN already, is what we heard from Alonso. So it's going to be an interesting matchup for both teams. But, before we do that, having some technical difficulties. So we're going to throw it to a very, very short break, and we'll be right back with all the action.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're done.
And gentlemen, I hope you are ready for a fantastic game of League of Legends, because God knows I am. I am Daniil, also known as Betters McGee, joined by the one, the only. Go ahead.
The Holy One, and yes,
Mm.
Daniil. Saints taking on ISU here. Exciting matchup. And speaking of the Saints, let's take a look at their starting lineup. It's been pretty kind of the same the entire lineup in the top lane, though. There's been a switch throughout the middle of the season. Has been
That's a lot of
bunch
switches.
that's a lot of miracles on the screen there. But
I
the
love
lineup
it.
for the Saints is Miracle, Lig in the ball lane, Flocon in the mid lane, Maddie in the jungle, and Ricky Lafleur up in the top lane. Kind of been their staple
Yes,
kind of lineup for the recent matches for the past month or so. And
Mm-hmm.
the lineup has gelled very well. They got their highest placement ever in the
Really?
history of our school in OQs not too long ago, I think last weekend. So congratulations to them. They're playing their best League of Legends ever, and going into this matchup, I think they're feeling pretty confident.
They have to be feeling confident. After making literal history here in the OQs, I think the Saints are, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They're playing as well as they probably ever have, and
Yeah.
maybe ever will be. Who
No,
knows?
no, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I mean, there's still definitely room for improvement right now. Fighting it out for more or less third place in the pecking order going into the playoffs for NACE Varsity Premier. Both teams losing out to Maryville, and they are right there near like the bottom of the top of the center, fighting for dominance up there, because nobody wants to be fourth is an ugly number. It's a
Okay.
bad luck number in subcultures. Third is nice.
Third is pretty good. Like especially when the top two teams, Winthrop and Maryville, they're just running through everybody. It seems like this season. So those two teams definitely the top two dogs in this league. But yeah, I think Saints they would love a victory here today. Love to finish out in third, finish the season strong. Playoffs lands coming up soon. All
Yeah.
this exciting stuff. So they want to be peaking right now. They want to be playing their best right now, and they are so far. So if they can keep up things like that, start game one off with a bang. Just have a good draft because their drafting as of late has been a bit shaky. But if they can start off with a good draft, play a solid game, I think they'll be very happy with themselves.
Yeah, I know for sure that the drafts, especially in a game like League of Legends, you pick your character, you're stuck with that for like the next 30 to 40 minutes. There's no switching out. You're stuck there. So you want to make sure whoever you're playing is somebody that you're confident you're going to be able to make stuff happen with. And with our league team, I feel like you said, there's some drafts where you feel like they're not fully comfortable on who they're playing, and sometimes you can't really escape that. Sometimes that's what the draft calls for. Sometimes that's what the team composition needs. But you're kind of stuck playing something that you'd rather trade in for something newer at the prize counter at Chuck E. Cheese. Unfortunately, here there's nothing but third place for the prize to be fighting for, and I think they're all out of tokens, so they better look in their pockets and see what they can dig out.
Yeah, we should be getting into draft relatively soon, but let's talk about it a little bit. The Saints have some big prio picks. They love playing the Ari Nunu combo
Mm-hmm.
in the mid jungle. If they can ever get that, they will instantly pick it up. They love playing Olaf in the top lane on Ricky. That's been
Huge.
kind of every single time it's open game one. I've seen him pick it against literally any team and usually have a really good game. And then in the bot lane, I mean, could play basically anything. Bot lane definitely.
They could do anything down there.
Basically,
It's a miracle.
their ball lanes since now it's not a lane. You can't lane swap anymore. It's been removed
I
from
love
the
that.
game.
It's so funny to me.
It's gonna be interesting because
Mm.
Saints, in the 2v2, it seems like they die a lot very early on into these games. Level 2, level 3. I don't know why, but their ball lane just finds a way to die every time. And
I see.
now that they're going
I
up
see.
against a strong opponent in ICU, I definitely expect them to not die early on, to maybe get those kills because League Miracle, two very talented players. I don't know why they keep dying ball lane
I
all
think
the
you say
time.
I don't know why they're talented. I was like,
No, I know,
think
I
it's
know
kinda-
why they're talented. But I don't know why they
I know-
keep
I know
dying.
one reason.
The way they play these early game fights just hasn't worked out for them. I'm not sure why. So I think it's gonna be important for them to really win lane and just get a lot of confidence going into the later part of the season.
Yeah, talking to the team, they're, probably one of my, if not the favorite team to talk to right now. They're great guys. They got a good
True.
team vibe, and talking with them, it seems like a lot of what goes into the drafts and how, especially the early game goes, is whether or not they like who they're playing. Right? It's that draft we were talking about. If Miracle's playing some who cares? No matter what, I don't like this guy's support. Then usually morale is low, and they're kind of going in with one foot tied behind their back. But when everybody's kind of feeling that high morale, high energy, I got my guys time to shine. You can feel it, and like you can tell when they're playing one of their star champions, and I really like seeing when they're kind of in their element like that. So hopefully we'll get to see some more stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. Draft is getting ready. Players are getting into lobby, but before we do that, we're gonna throw it to a very, very quick break, and we'll be right back with draft for the first game.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the cerebral hour. As you can see, we're contemplative, because now it's time to move our chess pieces across the board of fate. I am Chess Master Daniil, joined by
Not
Chess Acolyte, not
I'm
Alakite.
closer to a chess master than you.
What's your rank?
I peaked at like 1500.
Oh yeah, I got. What's better, higher or lower? What's better?
Like you're like probably like 400 if I had to guess.
I'm 2 billion.
Okay.
All right.
I'm set.
But speaking of 2 billion, we got 2 billion% locked in here for this game. We got ISU versus SCC, St. Clair College versus Illinois State University. We
Yeah.
got Jace being the first ban for the Saints. Fairly standard. I guess they hate that guy. Pretty
Yeah,
strong.
Pretty
and
strong.
Nunu first ban for ISU. Standard once again.
Yeah, and then Vi gonna get banned out by the Saints.
True.
ISU gonna ban out Nunu and the Ivern. So targeting Maddie here.
They hate this
They
guy.
don't like
just like
Maddie.
me.
I don't know why. Maddie's a very strong player, so I could see why they don't
He's
want
a cool
him
guy.
on his best character. Yeah, he's a chill guy. So I could see why they're batting him out. ISU definitely trying their best to win, as they should be. And the Saints, they're gonna be targeting the jungler as well with the Viego ban. I mean, I guess these teams just do not want any junglers to be played in this game.
You know,
As there's 5 jungle bans in the first 6 ban rotations. And Neil, what is your take on that kind of draft side?
well, besides my takeaway for the Ezreal first pick, I think the next takeaway has to be for sure a little bit of tidbit of information that we were able to find through a little birdie that the jungler on ISU, tier 2 player.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to me that they'd want to ensure he has a strong game by maybe nerfing our jungler a little bit, allow him to have free reign over the jungle,
Maokai.
walk all over him. Kalista Maokai first pick coming up for these teams. I'm assuming that Maokai might be jungle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
just
so.
based off of popularity. Volibear going to be the pick for SEC. So Maddie, comfortable hero for him, but
You'd think.
far, not necessarily the Nunu, right?
I've seen Ricky. I mean, I've played with him a couple times on the Volibear.
Really?
In some ranked
I mean,
game modes.
I think it's probably Maddie.
Well,
I don't know.
on a Ricky, it's maybe not the best, but it could flex it
Come
up to
on.
the top lane. You know, last time
Possible.
I think he went 0-13 when we played a couple days
Why you gotta
ago.
out him like that, Ricky? Is
Or I
this
think-
true?
I think he got 1 kill maybe, but you know our jungler was not Maddie, so it was a reason for this performance.
You
but
should have had me on jungler.
It would have been better than the guy we had.
No,
so.
director knows my jungle skills. I know that for sure. You know.
Yeah, who do you play?
Udyr.
Okay,
One-on-one.
that's valid actually.
No, back in the day, people used to flame me for that pick. I used to get so much heat.
It's definitely like Maddie plays with you. We might see later this series.
Yeah, I'm the OG though.
You are the OG.
Exactly. Everybody knows. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing the next few picks. Nautilus and Karma both going to be supports for these teams. We're going to see Victor band out as well as Olaf. We're showing some respect to Ricky. Karma, Ezreal lane, poke. Going to be miserable. Just with that Kalista pick, Nautilus, I feel like Saints have the advantage on the bottom side. We're going to see the last bans being Camille and Silas. Next pick is going to be ISU, and I think they're going to start rounding out their draft. Is going to say probably with their mid laner pick, going to be Hui right out. No second guessing, no delays. Just picking that right away, and I think it makes a lot of sense with their composition, especially against the Saints.
Yeah, and the Ari should get picked up here by Flocon. I like that pickup. It's
Yeah.
not into Hui, it's pretty even matchup, and then Saints they're gonna blind Cassante on 5.
Why not?
Don't want to give ISU any chance to get a huge counter pick. Cassante and Bessa, pretty even lane.
Yeah.
Expecting top lane to be pretty boring. Should be fireworks around the bot side of the map though.
And I think we're expecting top lane to be the mean streets as usual. We got Cassante and Bessa, probably the 2 most common picks that we see in the top side. Or at least this matchup we see a lot. Mbessa versus Cassante, whether it's the Saints playing the Cassante or the Mbessa. I mean, I don't really see Ricky on him. He's usually playing it against an Mbessa on the Cassante. Yeah. In any case, that's going to round out our draft. Overall, I think the Saints have positioned themselves for a better, more favorable bottom side. Whereas with the jungler picks, I feel like Saints are going to be able to be a little bit more aggressive and mobile with Maddie on the Volibear. It might take a little bit more time. I feel like Maokai, you're kind of ready to go. As soon as you have that 6 especially, you get so much impact, so much value in the team fights. Whereas Volibear, I think by that same time, you're still more looking for those one-man rotations, one-man ganks, and seeing what you can scavenge on the map. I feel like Maokai, once we hit the activation point for him, the power spike, we're going to see some real objective pushes coming out from ISU.
Yeah, and after level 6 of Volibear, I mean, he just can dive basically any turret with his ultimate. He can shut down that turret. I mean, that's definitely a strong point for the bear. But also his ganks are also very, very good. Both junglers are very gank heavy. like finding a pick type of junglers. Maybe not the most prominent in these team fights, but they want to lock down a singular target. That's what both of these junglers do best.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be interesting to see. I definitely expect both junglers to be playing towards the bot side of the map.
true.
Best of risk Kasante, I mean, respectfully, who really cares? Like, they're just gonna be chilling up there farming
They'll
the
be
entire
fine no
game.
matter what.
Yeah, in the team fights, of course, they're gonna be scary. On Bessa,
Mhm.
probably the bigger danger. She can just ult on the carry, try and one shot them. But with the mobility of the Saints, with the Karma Israel, it's gonna be hard for this Ambessa to get a lot of value in these team
Yeah,
fights. So, as you said, that balling pressure, I think it's really good for the Saints here. And I
I think
think,
so.
Miracle isn't known too much for his Enchanter gameplay.
Yeah,
Like, he usually plays hard engage like the Rel or the Nautilus or Leona, but
Rakan.
yeah, Rakan, Pantheon, things like this, Poppy. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. I mean, I haven't seen this much from the Saints, the Karma Ezreal lane. Usually they would play Ezreal Leona.
Hmm.
That's been their thing, but I guess they have a different read today. Maybe they want to try something new, and I like it. I think Karma Ezreal, a very very strong lane if you can play it well.
Yeah, and I think they can play it well. I think the Saints can do a lot of things very well, but especially with that Karma, I think the extra survivability she gives to Ezreal, it adds up over time, especially in the early game. It gives you a little bit more HP to work with that shield, to just make some trades out against ISU. Those trades add up. You're losing, 50 HP on a shield. They're losing 50 of their real HP.
Yeah.
After time, that adds up. Next thing you know, the guy has to recall. You're still hitting creeps nice and comfortable. So I like the draft, like you mentioned, for all the same reasons that we were just talking about. And overall, it's hard to say who has the advantage because both of these teams, again, they're basically dead even in a lot of different ways. Even again, Coach Alonso, when we were talking to him a bit before. Unfortunately, due to tech issues, we weren't able to talk to him on stream. But he's telling us that this game it really could go either way. They played against him before, and that's basically how every series they've had with them has gone so far. Just they trade 50-50, go back and forth constantly between these teams. So if we're assuming both teams play perfectly, and it comes down to the draft, honestly, I think I might favor ISU's if we're all things perfect, both teams perfectly equal, and it comes down to just perfect execution. I think I would put it over on ISU, but the human factor, I think the Saints might have at least game one.
Yeah, I would go with the Saints draft here. I mean, Kalista short range ADC against Karma Israel, two poke champions. As long as the Saints just don't decide to all in level 1 or 2 or 3 like they do every game and die. If they don't do that this game, they can just scale up a little bit. Once you get to one item, those Ezreal Qs really start to hurt, and you can just get out of Kalista's danger area
Yeah.
so easily. As what would you say is kind of the biggest player to watch for the Saints going into the series?
Maddie probably. Especially since we were talking about a little bit before how their jungler is probably going to be looking at our jungler to
Hmm.
bully him. I feel like Maddie's going to have a little bit of extra pressure on him to perform, as well as match the tempo that might be coming out from ISU's jungler. And that's not even just speculation based off of the fact that they're two. Obviously, everybody on the team is a strong player, but even just the bans, again, very jungler focused, banning up Maddie's best characters. I think they're afraid of what Maddie can do on his comfort picks. And again, I think they're confident with what their guy can do, and they want to make sure that Maddie's not going to have a comfortable game. So I think they're going to do everything that they can to make sure that he's going to be shut down. And I think as a result, the Saints are either going to go hands off on Maddie and let him kind of languish in despair while the rest of them try to pick up the scraps and play with the alleviated pressure that they're going to be having as a result, or I think they're going to double down and try to make sure he has a good game and has a lot of impact.
Well, Daniil, we're going to be getting into game soon. Let's get
I
some
hope.
last second predictions coming up from you. Not for just the game, but for the entire series. What are you hoping
2-0,
see
2-0,
today?
2-0, 2-0.
2-0?
I don't even care who gets it, but I think a 2-0 would be really good for a lot of these teams. But I think, especially with the volatility that these teams have, game three is likely. Um, but I feel like, honestly, for both of these teams, win or lose, I think a 2-0 would just be better for them. Like, if you get 2-0'd, like you lose in the series, then they're going to know, oh, wow, we got to really clean up before the playoffs. But if you 2-1, you're like, we're still kind of good. Oh, they got lucky. They got lucky here and there, right? But if you lose 2-0, you're happy. Or you're not happy,
You're
but you're
happy.
happy that you have
Good Lord,
obvious. You'll be losing next Saturday. Don't worry.
yeah. Okay.
You'll be
Okay.
happy to have definitive proof that you suck and you're going to
Okay.
have to work on it. But if you win 2-0, of course you're happy. We're third. We deserve to be here. Let's keep the momentum going, guys. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think whichever team takes game 1 will take game 2. So, yeah, both teams have already qualified for LAN, obviously. So, the stakes aren't as high in this matchup as it would be.
Stakes are always high in NACE Varsity Premier.
That is true. That is true. But if things were a little bit different, if Saints needed a win to go through, or
I think
vice
it'd be
versa,
worse.
it'd be definitely like a very, very edge of your seat. Like, oh my goodness, someone like is gonna be losing
And then
this
we're
game.
gonna see some R presses that
Yeah.
shouldn't be pressed, and then man,
some
everybody's
nerves.
looking.
Like from the sound of things, the Saints sounded very calm, relaxed. We shouldn't be
a
seeing
little
any,
too relaxed, if you
maybe a
ask
little,
me.
maybe a little bit too relaxed. I don't know,
Little
but still, I mean,
too
I think they're in a good like physical state, mental state. So should be an exciting matchup, and we're gonna be getting into our first game in just a few seconds. Who do you think is gonna get first blood, Daniel? That's a pretty interesting question.
Ricky Lafleur.
Ricky Lafleur. That's
Finally,
a crazy statement.
we are here after a long delay, ladies and gentlemen, with all the tech issues in the world deciding to rear their ugly, ugly heads. We have game 1 getting started. St. Clair College versus Illinois State University. We got Warren G, Ricky Lafleur up here on the top side. We got Maddie facing off against Kronos, PCL facing down Ricky, and in the mid lane we got Flocon staring down Meslo, and Lig facing down FaithCon, and Miracle looking Barlow dead in the eyes, trying to prove a point. But here, with this game slowly but surely getting started, I'm excited to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, last time we saw these two team plays, they played in the OQs, and the Saints were victorious, but obviously these teams know each other very, very well. So should be a fun matchup. Barlow obviously used to come to St. Clair, used to play for our team.
Come on.
Left on great terms from what I've heard.
Good.
Nothing but love for him. So
Not very common.
yeah, not very common. That's honestly that's awesome to hear. And with the way our league team is, I mean, I'm definitely not surprised that relationships ended up on good terms.
Absolutely, it's nice to hear, and I wonder if we're gonna still be on good terms after this game, with how dedicated these Warriors are to victory. You can see already, as predicted, as expected, as we discussed and talked about, Thavon, that this bottom
Thavon.
side is getting aggressive and getting poked out. I can call you traitor if you want.
No.
All right.
Yeah, and the ball lane Saints should get a nice little speed lead. Let's see how much Miracle can land. Barlow's gonna welcome up Ricky against this Ambessa. Shouldn't really be any real kill pressure here up in this top lane. Junglers kind of different this game. Matching kind of top to bot as the Maokai, he's going from his bot side to the top lane. So Saints, I mean, they're going to be around this ball, around the short minute mark. Nice chomp there by Flocon. Gets the electric proc as well. It's going to be a bit of danger now for this Hui, who might look to just TP, back to TP back to lane.
Yeah, probably. I mean, losing so much HP. Even getting delayed. Damn, I'd be pissed.
I mean, that'd be pretty annoying.
It's tilting, but
Now he has to stay.
always coming back, yeah. You don't want to stay, you don't want to have to go back and miss a wave, so you come back trying to get him again. Hey, Flocon actually taking a good amount of damage. They're about even now, but Meslo healing up. Force Flocon to get aggressive. We're going to miss a charm. Blowing a kiss to nothing but the stale, dusty air. And now we got Ricky Lafleur chilling up top side with his big clubs, big purple radiant, honestly ugly to look at clubs as they're kind of duking it out again. Just what you'd expect to see, but bottom side, maybe not what you're expecting to see. Lig getting aggressive with Barlow. It can. Miracle low, but turning around. Karma getting aggressive. Maddie almost here, ready to go. He's charging. He's on all fours. Gonna get hooked. Barlow in trouble now. Miracle forced back, but still first blood to Maddie. Come on. I meant, you didn't ask me who's gonna get first blood. I said Ricky. I meant to say Maddie, and that's true. I don't know how I ended up saying Ricky.
What
I meant Maddie. He's gonna feed, gonna get the kill, but hey, he's gonna respawn, come back to lane, full HP, and with 1 kill's worth of gold and 1 assist worth of gold. This guy's only going home with 1 kill's worth of gold, so it's a good trade.
I mean, it's not the worst. He burns his flash. If Kalista maybe was paying attention, would have flashed away and it would have been a complete disaster. But Lig goes for the risky play there and gets the kill. I think the wave also crashed, so it's going to bounce back. And you can see, not too big of a gold difference, just the 300 gold, that one kill showing up. And it was the Maokai who was able to get a lot of farm up in the top side, while Maddie made a pretty good gank towards the bottom there. And the Saints starting off game one with a pretty nice early advantage.
I think so. I couldn't agree more. Both top laners meeting once again with their own TPs. And, I mean, it's pretty funny that you're looking at the gold count 5 minutes into the game, like comparing gold. Come on, you're crazy, bro.
What?
And we're seeing right now, 5 minutes officially. Dragon is spawned. Ricky is beating PCL to death, but gonna relent and chill as I think Maddie maybe making a play in the mid lane. Gonna see some pings coming out. Flocon just trying to play patient, just farm up these creeps, get his gold. He's gonna get that, come on. You hate to see CS miss. Miracle whiffing the ability, but landing this one here, gonna be forced to retreat, but Barlow gonna get out as the bot laners, both sides here, just keeping their heads low for now at least. Spatty makes his way bottom. What you won't notice though, Kronos, Maokai and their team hasn't really made any impact in either lane so far, which again makes sense on the Maokai. You really want that level 6 first.
Yeah, pretty calm start to this game one,
Yeah.
Daniil. Nice ball play by the Saints, but other than that, not too much going on. Barlow, though, he's going to go a little bit forward, but Lig doesn't have too much mana to play with here. I don't think the Saints should fight this 3v3, but looks like they're going to try and get some decent poke, and maybe just try and start up the Dragon. Barlow getting hit by that Q is going to chunk him out even more. Saints have good poke. But Lig's mana bar is kind of the real big danger threat for me here, Daniil. If the trigger gets pulled here by ISU, the Saints could be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, 100%. He's getting dry here. Seeing the Dragon contest. Now, I think Maddie on all fours already flash forward, gonna get that kill. Charm is gonna hit onto the Nautilus in the backside. Barlow, he's looking like barley. The wheat has been cut from the chaff, and he is baked like a loaf of bread.
I mean, I don't understand any of these references Daniil is
You don't understand
but
bread references?
What?
Bread? You don't know bread?
I like bread.
Barley?
I used to eat bread with cereal, actually, fun fact. Anyway, 4 kills to 1 for the Saints here as they're blowing up game one. 1.5k goalie, they get the first dragon. It looks like the Maokai is going to go towards the top lane and pick up those grubs. I don't think the Saints will be back in time to fight these. So objectives are going to get split up here, but it looks like Ricky actually might be getting ganked as there's the ultimate from PCL. Does he win this one though? I'm not sure. Maokai is going to be ganking top lane here. Ricky uses the flash, trying to find the 1v2 outplay. Does he have the damage to get the kill? Has the knockback. One more auto will do it onto PCL. He gets the first kill. Looking to get out with his life. It's going to fall down, but in the meantime, this is going to give Maddie a lot of time to get towards these grubs.
That's incredible. What a play from Ricky. What should have undoubtedly been a disadvantageous state. He has turned into a kill for himself here. Now, of course, he still went down, but he got some stuff in his pocket. And this is my favorite thing to point out. This is my favorite thing to see. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we looking at right now? Oh, well, besides Lig ult hitting onto Barlow there, we've just observed in its full glory, Saints taking the first dragon, as well as the grubs.
Yeah.
Huge.
And they're close to that 3 objective threshold of getting those upgraded boosts. They already got the kills. They want the turret. They want the objectives. As if you take a look in the bot lane here, Daniil, Lig is up 20 minion creeps here as Barlow is just running it down on turbo speed.
Wow.
And now it's going to be another reset force here for ISU. I mean, St. Clair playing amazingly in this game one. It seems like ISU was just not prepared for this Karma Israel lane.
Not at all. Caught with their pants down. And they are not playing
they wasted notes.
Roots is going to connect, and Miracle actually still chilling. They got 3 guys on him, and he's still looking fine. He's totally fine, standing behind Lig.
They killed the Maokai.
Don't fight my support, or you'll make me angry. They find Meslo, however, looking in a dangerous spot this way. Gonna get hooked. Oh, God, but Flocon still standing strong. Not for too long, however. He's gonna go down. We're seeing Maddie. He's spotted. Oh, not quite, brother, not quite. Miracle and
away.
Maddie, they're going to be the last survivors here as they're forced back, and you can see how focused the team is. Beautifully done. Look at Ricky. That's the guy. You see that guy? You see that guy? You can tell who Ricky is because of the aura
the
he
single
has.
dingle.
Look at him. He doesn't even care. These guys are playing out of their minds right now, and I love to see the Saints have this much success. Not only because it means they're going to win, but it means I don't have to stay up that late tonight.
See, when I be playing with Ricky, he plays Hail of Blaze Tryndamere, and it does not look anything like this Cassante gameplay. But having a great game up in the top lane, 2 solo kills now, gonna have that Frostfire online, and now top lane's gonna be very rough for the Zambesa Saints. Looking like they're coming to play with a purpose, and I mean, I would be very surprised if they just don't close out this game relatively quickly. Should be like a 20-minute game here for the Saints. They're going to look to get the second dragon, look to get the other grubs, look to get the rift, and just blow up the base of ISU.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shoulds, a lot of woulds, a lot of coulds here on the rift, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what you did, and we're going to see Barlow find a huge hook onto Lig. The ult's going to connect as well, and they're full committed.
They can't get
They want him. They want him bad. Kronos coming down. Does not have the roots, however. Just going to be a big tree body getting in here.
Oh,
but they find the kill on the Faith Can, and the hook is going to find Miracle under the tower, but Barlow gets sniped down by the turret. Only survivor here is going to be Kronos, throwing out the saplings, running for his life. Tail tucked between his legs, running away as Flocon trying to get something cooked up in the mid lane, and he's gonna recognize this. It's time to dodging forward. Dodging forward again. If he gets this charm.
My God.
Choked it the last second. Flocon would have been my MVP of all time if he pulled off. Straight up would have ran. I swear to God, Theo, if he pulled out, I would have ran out of here, dapped him up, and came back.
I mean, that was one of those fancy feet wombo combo.
Happy feet.
And in the end, it ends with him dying, wasting his ult, wasting his flash.
In waste. He tried, and he almost did. He just missed an E.
He missed.
But it's not a waste. He used it.
But he wasted it because he missed.
Well, guess who had to go back to base?
Well, he also had to go back to base for an extended period of time to kneel.
Hey, 3, 2, 1. That's the scoreline. All right, 1-0 to 1. All right, I don't want to hear it. And we're gonna see the bottom side get a little aggressive here. Lig with the 2 spears in him, gonna burst, but with Maddie, they want it.
Oh, Miracle!
Oh, Miracle! Oh, hooking his way out, but he's savaging them. Don't fight a bear in his territory. What are you doing? You thought it was your territory? No! You thought this was your territory? The top side? No! It's Ricky's! Taking another kill for the road. St. Clair College on a roll right now, but hey, Kronos gonna get the Void Grubs.
Yeah, but the Saints are going to get that second dragon here. And I wouldn't even be too surprised if Ricky made his way over to these Void Grubs and just said, hey, Maokai, I cannot be having this at this current moment in time. Dragon's going to go over, and these Grubs, looks like they'll go over to ISU. So, something here for ISU, but let's just say how it is. 5k gold in 13 minutes.
Let's go.
It seems like ISU are just completely getting outclassed on every single part of the map.
And this tower's falling before the plates even go down. Saints gonna be getting a nice chunk of change here as they take the first tower of the game. Maddie leading the charge for the Saints. And like I said, if we're gonna be looking at anybody for a lot of impact on the team, it has to be him. Look at his kill involvement, kill participation. Only one who's close is gonna be Lig and Miracle, but that's because they have Maddie coming down there making these things happen, right? So another thing to Neil's right about.
Yeah, it's a great game from the Saints playing around ball lane. Their ball lane's playing very well this game, which I spoke about. It's going to be important. They didn't die 2v2, which they usually do, and that's a big part of why they can get this lead. They just let Maddie make his way over. And now the Saints accelerate this game and just try and close it out as soon as possible, but
hopefully they don't accelerate it off of a cliff.
Hopefully we do not. I mean, I just don't see a way back in this game for the ISU. They're down 5k gold, and the Saints, any fight they should take should be a good fight unless some miracle play comes out from the side of ISU.
Yeah, it would be... Oh, we're seeing Ricky in the bottom side. This is no miracle. This is a death sentence for him as he tries to make something happen. He takes him out of that tower range. He finds one. Can he find a second? Not quite. Getting close. And here we go. Ricky going down, but finding at least one to go down with him.
Yeah, a lot of members forced down there, but Now Sinclair just gonna hit this tier 2 top for free. Even though they do find that kill 1v4, Ricky still manages to pick up the Ambessa. Now Miracle gets some decent poke on this way. Lig has no mana, so should back up and just reset, get some mana back online. The Saints should just take all these towers around the map and slowly suffocate ISU to a very, very tough game.
Yeah. I mean, tough is a little bit of an understatement here. I feel like ISU, they're suffocating, they're drowning down here in deep waters with the Saints, and I think that it's looking, again, I feel like good is an understatement here. Saints are in a really positive position, in a position to really turn this game into an insurmountable mountain to climb. But with the way ISU is looking, I mean, again, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it feels like it with how much control the Saints have of this game right now. We're seeing the top laners again in the bottom side. Ricky just beating the life out of this Ambessa PCL. In a good spot with the teammates coming down. Nautilus coming with the Maokai. Ricky up a creep without a paddle. We're seeing a TP come through from Flocon. Unstoppable he is right now.
2v5.
Gonna find it now. Flocon's here, gonna get the charm, but taking a little bit of heat. We're seeing Ricky get things popping. The roots come out. Flocon goes down. Miracle not gonna be able to get into the thick of it to help out his teammates before they fall. Lig is here as well, and so is Maddie, but a little bit too little too late as they're trying to turn things around. I don't know if this is gonna go the way that they want it. Maddie's gonna be able to find the knowledge. Lig running for his life on low HP. Gonna find one now, two. Miracle helping out his ADC, trying to turn this into something positive here. Gonna go up, go down, PCL, finding it. Now the Saints have been wiped as the Saints throw while they head to the waters, and off a cliff they have gone.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints willingly took a 2v5, and then after you're down a couple members, it's so hard to fight back. Unlucky team fight there for the Saints. Now ISU has got some momentum on their favor. This Hui is up 2 levels on this Ari, and just went from an unlosable game for the Saints to a very losable one at that. They do still have one thing going for them. They have the dragon stacked up. 40 seconds till mount the dragon.
They got the dragon.
You would think the Saints are going to be able to win out this next dragon fight. They still have a lot of gold, a nice little advantage on them, but there's going to be a flash hook. It's on to Miracle, and it's an easy kill from Barlow.
18 to 11 now. Just mere moments ago, weren't we like 10 to 4?
It's 14-4.
Jeez. This is not looking good for the Saints right now. And again, they still have the advantage, but this is really no advantage when you consider the position that they were in just mere moments ago.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't die there if you're Miracle. I mean, it's a dragon spawning up. You should know that the Flash Nautilus could come through, and Saints, their win con was the Dragon Soul. Now they're gonna have to give this to their Dragon. You know, they'll take the Rift Herald, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of trading these objectives at this point in time for this.
Yeah, and again, just maybe 5-10 minutes. Maybe literally 3 minutes ago, that Dragon is uncontestable from ISU. Now they can, like, Saints can't. They have to respect it. They can't just walk over to the Drake and just say, "Get out of here! It's my turn to play." Like they have to play by the rules. They have to take turns. They can't just stroll all over the place. But now, again, in a bit of a precarious position here, Saints just looking to maintain the lead that they do have at the moment. It's not all doom and gloom. They still have the upper hand, at least for now. And again, that's what we were saying before. Who knows what they're going to do in the next few minutes, as we're seeing Ricky get into a little bit of a conflict bottom side. Nobody else is around to sour this honor duel, and it's just going to be these two top laners throwing hands a little bit before they disengage. And Kronos getting the blue buff. Everybody seems to be gearing up. I think the Saints might have gotten the memo a little late about Dragon. It looks like they're all pushing to the Dragon pit, but obviously, you know, it's already taken. So I think they just want to play for this bottom side for other reasons.
Yeah, if you take a look at the shutdowns, Hui, even though her team is down 4k gold, she has a shutdown. They find a pick here onto Ambessa. How quickly can they eliminate this threat? PCL is going to go down. Nice job there from St. Clair. Pretty easy kill, as now they look to siege towards the bot side of the map.
Yeah, and the bot side of the map, going to be their home for the next time being as Miracle, Flocon, they're on the jungle side. Riptail's going to be summoned out, going to be charging straight for the tower. Maddie, Lig, Flocon, Miracle, they're getting ready for this team fight.
Yeah, the fight's going to start off. Maokai comes out. Volibear
Oh
leaves.
my
It's
God.
a 5v4 here for the Saints. They should not
They shouldn't
be
be.
this hard. They could just get out.
They have to leave.
But you know the Saints, they're gonna try and force this
They
one,
have
and Lig gets hit by a hook. He's gonna go down first, as there is Barlow, and now the chase is on from ISU. Saints losing out their big DPS member, and here's the M-Pesa in the backline. Gonna find the ult onto a couple, picks up the kill onto Ricky. Miracle looks like he's gonna be the next to fall, but a great team fight here from ISU, and just like that, Daniil, we're back to a very, very close game here. Miracle trying to live, but it's not going to be any success there. A great fight from ISU yet again, and probably a free autocon.
I'm at a little bit of a loss for words right now. Again, it just seems like the States are just staying some places a little too long. I always assume my brain is just too small to understand what the strategy was, but I think they're just there for too long. They committed the Rift Herald.
Well,
I think
mean,
that buyer's remorse. They didn't want to just sacrifice and leave, but I think Maddie was so low, and they rely on Maddie for these team fights. Ricky, as strong as he is, he can't solo initiate. He needs to have that bear to make it to back him up. But they didn't have him for that fight, unfortunately, and we're seeing Maddie try to get aggressive here. You're going to see flashback now from the M-Pesa, the roots coming through. Saints gonna block that out. Ricky or Maddie in trouble now. Gonna have to drop the lightning once again, tearing up these minions. As we're gonna see Flocon,
nice.
or Lig hit the ultimate, and now they're trying to get aggressive once again. They find Flocon with the Callista, and we're seeing Meslo get aggressive on Miracle, trading it out, but we're seeing now,
they're all dead.
oh, Ricky and Lig, they're in trouble here. We're gonna lose Miracle on the bot side to the way, but getting a lot of damage out. Faithcan so low, we're gonna at least find the Nautilus. Ricky doing so much work. Lig, Choco's gonna use the ult.
Oh
Ricky
my God,
saving
Ricky.
things potentially.
What?
They have to keep him up. Ricky has to survive. Meslo so low, gonna use that shield.
Oh,
They
nice
want to get this kill. They don't even want it.
One
They
more kill.
need this more than anything. Ricky
Oh,
going in to
Ricky.
get the kill, the shutdown for the boys. That's gonna be a return team wipe for the Saints over ISU. And while they do not have the former glory they once had, things are looking a little bit better.
I mean, Saints extremely lucky Ricky decided to turn into Faker himself there. I don't know how he even got won that fight. The fact he was able to clean up everybody is insane, and the fact that these fights are even this close with how well the Saints are, some of the Saints member are playing, I mean, it's just looking rough. Saints are up 5k gold. This game should be smooth sailing, but these team fights, I mean, they're just so close, and Saints, I don't know, like, they should still siege these turrets and try and take this game home, but St. Clair, they're giving ISU way too many opportunities back into this game, and I don't think there should be any reason for ISU to have 17 kills. Saints just taking fights at times when they absolutely don't need to, and I'm just surprised at why they do so. It doesn't really make any sense to me, Daniil.
Doesn't make much sense to me either, Theo. I feel like the Saints, they are usually much more on top of it, you know? They're usually able to pull out some miracles. You just saw what Ricky did. You saw what Ricky just did, right? These are really high skill, high level players, but for whatever reason, in this game, it seems like they're just making one too many mistakes. The Dragon's gonna be spawning up. The Saints want it this time here. They're not gonna feed before it spawns like they did last. And I think they're gonna be able to take this fairly quickly. I don't think IFC wants to risk contesting it. It's just not worth it that much. They're gonna put them on soul point here. As this Dragon goes down, that's the farming top. Maokai farming the jungle of the Saints. Everybody's farming where they need to be. Callista taking red buff. Everybody in position on side of ISU, so they're going to lose a Dragon, but they're getting a lot in the meantime.
Yeah, they're going to get some gold back. The Saints looking to siege this tier 2 bot. It should be a pretty easy confirm here. A lot more gold going to go to the Saints. Up almost 5,000 gold now. Still looking like in a great position. They have the Dragon Soul spawning in 5 minutes, but Flocon
Oh my God.
gonna get a 1-for-1. It's not the end of the world. Kills
I
the
think it's
Bessa.
kind of the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, but it feels bad. It feels bad losing Flocon for a lot of different reasons. I think the biggest one for me is just it shows that, hey, we can kill Flocon. Just 2 guys. Watch out. Watch out. It again, it's the show of strength that ISU have come into this game. Again, from where they were before to where they are now, it's night and day. And if we're just looking at the numbers of things, we're seeing Lig so much more farmed up, at least in the CS department, but it doesn't feel like that gap is very wide, considering how this game should have been going with the 7 deaths on Callista to Lig's 3. They're still fairly close in terms of the threat department. Lig, very, very strong, very powerful, but Callista is nothing to scoff at right now, and we're seeing a 2-level deficit, Flocon to Meslo. I don't even know how that happened. I'm not even going to pretend to come up with reasons. Like, that's just a mystery to me. We're seeing Miracle 1 level down on to Barlow. The levels there aren't going to matter too much between these supports, but they do add up here. As we're seeing Kronos as well beating out Maddie, just catching up to him now. And again, with Baron spawning, this is where the game gets scary for both of these teams. We're seeing the initiation coming down. We're seeing the roots go down. Maddie trying to get the most damage he can on the Kronos. We're seeing the initiation onto the Saints side. Barlow low, but getting really strong, getting really comfortable here. Ricky in the middle of the fight. They're going to find Maddie. FaZeCloud taking him down now. Ricky in a lot of trouble. Going to be able to turn things over to the left side. The Saints try to follow Lig, pouring out damage on the Barlow. He's going to fall, but they still are pushing through, breaking down the wall. Callista with a triple kill as FaZeCloud is able to chunk down the remnants of the Saint Miracle solo. Just 2 more hits, all they need, not even, just 1 from Meslo. Lig, the last survivor of the Saints. No surprise considering how mobile, agile, and evasive he is. The fact that the Saints went down here is devastating considering Baron just spawned, and the only person absent here is going to be the Nautilus, not going to be getting the buff. In fact, he actually just might. They could even delay it if they really want to, just to make sure he spawns with it, and I think that's actually, they don't even have to delay. He's going to spawn in time to get the Baron buff. Lig trying to find Meslo, almost gets him, but almost doesn't win championships. Just going to dodge it just a little bit to keep him, just add insult to injury, even eating the fruit right in front of him. Lig now, without any flash, without any mana, he's looking pretty dead as a doornail to me. PCL trying to come in, but Ricky making his way up. Flocon coming over the side, gonna find Meslo, get the kill, but now initiated onto him. We're seeing Kronos fighting it, but they're gonna take down Lig as a result. Flocon stuck over here, gonna use the Zonias. No one's gonna be able to help him. Not gonna be able to get out, not quite in time as the ult comes down. He's gonna fall. Saints trading 2 for 2 here on the respawn, taking 2 of the Baron buffs at the very least on 2 fairly high value targets, but that's not going to stop the other 3 from having it.
Yeah, St. Clair trying to find a way to lose this game, and they're doing a great job at it.
Absolutely, brother.
I mean, they just took a 4v5 mid when Ari's like kind of remain engaged.
Yeah.
You play off the charms, that's how you play. They just decided to go in. Maddie just went on the Maokai, and the fight just falls apart from there for the Saints. And now we're at a tied game, Danilo. This huge goal that the Saints had is no longer there now. Barlow's in a great position. If Miracle ever decides to face check this bush, it's going to be rough for him. He gets the vision plant though, but still, that scuttle is important to take. It's going to clear out all the vision of the Saints here. And this Dragon fight in 50 seconds. I mean, I don't know if the Saints can even contest this one.
I don't know, and I'm scared to even think about it. Game is hard now, for sure, and I wonder what the Saints are going to do to rig it back in their favor. The odds are, while not necessarily stacked against them, it's, you know, I think it are stacked against them. They have the net worth lead, but they're basically behind in everything else. Look at the level difference between Flocon and Meslo. Look at that.
Yeah, I spoke about it earlier. It was 2 levels, now it's 3. Daniel, explain.
No, I told you I can't. But what I can't explain is this initiation in the mid lane. Maddie, he's charging up something devious. Gonna hook. That's gonna miss just barely as Warren G, Ricky LaFleur taking the brunt of a lot of this initiations, taking so much damage as the teams square off just a little bit. Dragon.
They give it.
It's gonna be a factor here. Lig, really low HP. Do they want to take a fight with him this low for the Dragon Soul? Can they even afford to consider this? What are the Saints gonna do here? They have the smite ready, but of course, so does ISU.
Just give it.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's no, yeah, they give it regardless, and it'd be a real shame if they go down anyways, as they're gonna poke onto Barlow, and I hope that doesn't activate their Bloodlust a little too hard. Gonna hit 2 with the ultimate Lig, but we're gonna lose Maddie. No, not quite. He's gonna survive just a little bit. Where's the PCL? Is he on the back line, finding 2 with the stun Barlow before he goes down. Now PCL coming in, finding Miracle real quick, taking him out of the fight. And now the Saints are forced to retreat as Ricky running, limping with 1 leg, but now Lig almost taking out Kronos, just barely surviving, getting healed up. Saints, they are basically even just down one member, but with the damage that Ling puts out, they might have a chance as long as they don't do anything too crazy here. Recall going up for Chronos as the rest of ISU. A strike that they have is they know when to leave, and they're going to leave right then and there.
Yeah, ISU just straight up look way better in the 5v5 team fights. Feels like the Saints got their advantage through 2v2 bot, 1v1 top, 1v1 mid, but, well, they didn't really get much of an advantage in the 1v1 mid. But top and bot were winning so hard, you thought the game was over, and it was over.
It was!
I mean, even win or lose, the Saints, if I'm Alonso, I'm not happy with this performance. I mean, you're up 5k gold in 15 minutes, and then you sell it all away for a fight you didn't need to take. If I'm that coach, I mean,
I'd be happy if I was him.
I'd be so
Because he
upset.
wants a game. They have to want a game 3 at this point. If they're doing this, they need that game 3. They're craving a game 3.
I mean, this is not the way to get to a game 3. You need to win a game to get to game 3. If we keep playing like this, we ain't gonna be seeing no game 3 to
Come on.
Come on.
But hey, it's what we asked for. Maybe not the way we wanted it, but we're gonna be getting it one way or the other. Like you said, at this rate, it's just to quote a smart, wise man, we had the bag, and we sold the bag.
Oh yeah, we sold the bag.
And I think the bag is, being sold at a premium. In fact, it's sold at a mega discount. I think this bag was bought maybe for free, dare I say. This is probably the cheapest bag sale of all time. With the way now, the only thing that the Saints really had up over ISU was the net worth is also now getting narrower and narrower of a gap.
Yeah, if I had to take a guess, I would say ISU takes this game from this point. I think at this point in the game, with Callista's on 4 items, has a Jack show. Who's gonna kill this Callista?
Not me.
Not me. She's gonna do so much damage. Just wait. She's gonna do so much damage. Ricky, he's had enough. He's gonna go in, all in. And they're gonna go find the pick on to the Quay. That's a great start to the fight, but the longer fights, they go well in the Callista's favor. 2 kills back for the Saints as they look to go forward, but nice flash in. Everybody's stacked up for the Saints. Flocon living on 1 HP is just 4 members left alive, but Miracle is going to go down, and down goes Flocon. It's an ace for ISU as they look to close out the game through bot.
And this is the moment where you wish that you were allowed to surrender, hit officials, because this is as dead and done as the game could be. Nobody spawning for at least 20 seconds, and Maddie's not going to be able to solo hold. Maybe Miracle can help him out just a little bit, but with the strongest member of ISU.
They won't end.
I don't think they're ending right now, but this is like, what can you?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a matter of time for ISU. These extended fights are better for the side of ISU because of the Callista. And even though the Quay was dead instantly from the Saints, it's a great pick found by Ricky and by Maddie. They got half of the damage of ISU instantly down, you would think. Then the Callista just sits there, autos attacks everybody, one-shots the entire team. And what can you really do as the Saints now? You just don't have the accessibility to get to this Callista to just blow her up before a fight starts.
Yeah, and with that in mind, this is looking to be the last fight of the game here around this Baron pit. Whoever takes this is gonna, well, I mean, if the Saints take it, then it's definitely not the last fight. If ISU take it, then it definitely is the last fight. We're just gonna have to see what the Saints are gonna be able to accomplish here. Like you said, they were able to take the Quay right at the beginning of the fight, and it didn't matter one bit as the Saints still got wiped regardless. So imagine if they're not able to take the Quay, which they probably won't be able to be, especially with Ricky getting caught out at the start of the fight, getting pulled in. So the enemy team gonna flash out, go back in, try to reinitiate. You're gonna be able to get out. For the meantime, at the very least, Barlow getting a huge stun. We're seeing it going down terrible here as the Saints get wiped in the blink of an eye. That's game 1 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big fight there from ISU. And I mean, just not good execution from the Saints. What can you say? It was an easy game, pre-game. They were all playing well, and then they decided they don't want to win anymore. They want to wrap this one up. And 34-minute game for ISU. I mean, a much-deserved victory coming back from the spot they were in.
They got it. They found a huge sale, and they picked it up.
Basically for free. Free sale, fire sale. They have on Call of Duty Zombies. Gotta be a bit older to know about that one, Daniil. But game 1, ISU, 36-32. I mean, these guys, they think they're playing Call of Duty out here. I haven't seen that many kills in the league game in a while. But let's take a look at some stats. Fathicon on the way. I don't think that's right. I think PCL was 15, or The Callista was 15-7. I think the graphics a little bit messed up with the names. You know,
Come on.
Ricky was not Ezreal. Obviously, we know that one. But yeah, definitely the Callista player for ISU. I would say MVP for this game. Hard carried these team fights and
Million%.
just a great performance from ISU St. Clair. Terrible execution, especially when they were up big.
I mean, they took a risk putting Miracle on Cassante here in this game. But, of course, again, we've talked this to death, and I'll be so serious. I actually don't know how they... Like, this is beautiful. This is genuinely beautiful how they managed to pull this off. I can't lie. Like, this is impressive.
I mean,
I
the
mean
fact, like, from the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is genuinely impressive.
Yeah. Big
I have no words.
Big
I
throw.
truly don't. And not obviously, we're saying this not to denigrate the guys. We like the guys. We're having our little bit of fun here.
Yeah.
But
If you're throwing the game, like
Like,
we're gonna,
you gotta call
we'll
it.
say how it
you
is.
gotta call it how it is.
like,
That was the
big
best
throw.
sale of all time. Best sale. I wish I was there. I wish I had my wallet ready because
You didn't need a wallet. It was free.
True. Yeah, the
Everything
bag was nice.
on
I
the
was too
house.
busy casting to get this sale.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Well, I mean, Daniil, with how that game ended, what are you thinking about the Saints for game 2? I think
they can win. I think they probably will win.
they will win too.
Because
honestly.
we saw
We
how
saw.
strong, like it was literally like 10-4, and
14
they
to
were
4.
14-4. One may say, all right, and whether or not the numbers are true, I don't trust a word out of this guy's mouth, so I don't know. But in any case, they were literally like, no offense to ISU, they're getting rolled.
They were getting rolled.
They were getting rolled. I was like, yeah, they're getting rolled. Come on, and then now we're here.
Yeah.
Now we're here. 32-36. Baron, get me out.
GG. I mean, good game from ISU. Can't say much about that. But players, they're going to look to regroup, recuperate, and we're going to do the same, Daniil. We're going to throw it to a very quick break, and we'll be back with the Game 2 draft very shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2, St. Clair Saints taking on ISU here. Game 1 was a roller coaster of emotions for both teams here. The Saints had a huge gold lead, but forgot that if they fight with less numbers, they will lose a team fight. So hopefully they can keep that in mind for the rest of the series. And if they don't, we'll see a swift duo from ISU who really hit their stride later in that game.
Sprinting.
We're gonna see the same bands here coming out today.
Yeah, similar. Zyra's new. It is the Fearless draft, which I've confirmed, which should keep things interesting.
Some diversity.
Forgot
Forgot the Jace.
Forgot to ban Jace.
Aye.
So are we done, or should we just go home from
No, like Jace is like a strong
Okay,
character.
okay.
Ricky might go Olaf.
True, he's not banned.
To Jace.
Do you want to first pick it though?
Or maybe Vi top.
Vi's banned.
The boss FFS. Secret pick into Jace.
Secret pick into Corky.
Corky.
Legendary pick.
Corky is a good champ.
Okay.
Could be
where,
played mid.
where are they putting this guy? Mid?
Mid ADC. You could put him top, but Ricky doesn't play no ADC.
Do you think
That guy
he's
doesn't
gonna
have
play
the
this guy?
mechanical prowess.
I
for
saw he's got mechanical
auto
prowess in the last
attack and
game.
auto attack. He needs some abilities to move around.
Ricky's the
out
only
the-
guy
out
in the last game that didn't make me want to rip my hair out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Maddie too. Everyone else maybe want to rip my hair
Okay,
out.
I'll let
but
them know.
Nah, I don't gotta tell them. They'll hear it. You know, I'll tell them. I'll tell them
They'll
after
see
this
it
game.
anyway.
Yeah, I know. They already
They'll
know.
probably watch
With what
it.
we were saying, with what we were saying,
So you're
it's not just me. You were saying
nah,
some stuff.
But like they're my ops. After that
they're my
performance-
homies.
After that performance?
Not after that performance. Before that performance, now they're my ops.
Oh, now yeah, that's
Now
what
they're
I'm
my
saying, that's what I'm
ops.
saying. Now we're on the same page.
Absolutely, we're on the
Awesome.
same page now. We're seeing fake out. We're gonna go from Ash to Misfortune.
And a Skarner.
Oh God. Yeah, that's.
We might be in some
I
trouble here.
think
today.
it's over.
It's over already.
Maybe.
I mean, Xin Zhao, very strong a bruiser, but
Victor could save it. Flocon Victor. This could save everything.
Victor was banned last game.
Yeah.
So he's gonna just
By
blind pick
them, I
this.
think.
Yeah, it was banned by them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was banned by the Saints last game.
Really?
100%.
Yeah, I remember. It was on the left side. Yep.
Yeah, because, yeah, definitely an important matchup here. As second bans are coming out now. St. Clair, they have the first ban to themselves. Throw out a name. What do you think we're gonna see? Anything.
Varys is probably
Varys.
guaranteed.
Okay, Varys ban. Rel.
Oh no, he's banned. I'm talking about picks.
And you got it right, the deal. The Varys ban was
Leona.
online.
Well, if we're seeing picks, we're basically picking for bottom side for the state. Oh no, Corky. So supports. I mean, I don't want to see a Rakan, but I think we might. I want to see something that actually offers some sort of like maybe Bard. I could see a Bard.
Bard.
I don't like it, but I think we might.
Daniel.
I think we
Bard.
might. I think we might. What else is going to control the team fights on this team? Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing!
That's exactly what happened last game, and it seemed like they were pretty content with that outfit.
They were content for the first 15 minutes, and then they had the bags. This bag's too heavy. Get it out of me.
They chose to play a strong lane dominant characters, and then they won lane, and then they decide, you know what? Let's just take 4v5 fights because we're ahead.
Come on.
We have big egos.
Let's take 2v5s.
I mean, there was a 2v5.
With that TP bottom. Let's go.
For no reason. They threw the entire game that team fight for no reason. There was no objective. There was
We're
nothing.
so mean.
Just because we wanted to fight one wave. Like, all right, guys, let's just throw the whole game here.
I got Coach Alonso telling me game 3.
Nah, Coach Alonso, he shouldn't be too happy. I mean, definitely game 3 is what he should
got a
be
Rakan.
cheering for. Is Rakan. He'll get picked. Yeah, game 3 is what Alonso obviously is cheering for after that performance, especially. But I think ISU, they're gonna have all the momentum.
Whoa.
And be a little bit down on themselves.
Legendary.
I mean, it's a great pick.
Legendary rare. Ooh,
Is there-
golden rare.
You think it's legendary rare pick, Alistar?
I mean,
pretty-
I haven't
pretty-
seen it in a hot
I've
minute.
seen it in pretty good amounts.
I
pretty
think
strong.
I think it wins them the game too, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's a very good
I think it wins
pairing
them
with
the game.
Misfortune.
I think it wins them the game if they
Wins them
pick
the
it.
game?
I think they won the game. Because now we're looking at the top pick, and I feel like without I mean maybe we got Gragas.
I mean, Ricky.
Oh,
has
it's banned.
Ricky has a counter pick, so.
Yeah, but I feel like with just comp wise, I feel like it's a little hard to play. Oh,
Oh, Jay's top. Yeah, we forgot Jay's.
if you get a 0, I like that. Not gonna lie.
And
If they-
Ricky has Olaf open this game, by the way.
Yeah, but I feel like Olaf isn't what we need for the comp. I feel like they need something like a Gragas, but
It's
banned.
banned.
I know. But what else do they have that
Like,
functions
you think
similarly?
they need some front line.
They need some front line with control. Syndra is going to be the last pick for ISU, and I'm really curious to see what the patch up pick for the States is. I feel like the last pick is going to matter a lot. I'm not sure who they're picking.
I expect Olaf.
I expect it to, but I'm not sure. Obviously, they know more than I do in the case, but me personally, I don't feel the Olaf this game. I don't
So
know.
what do you feel?
I don't know. I feel like Olaf just doesn't offer what the team is missing. I think Olaf fits very well into the strategy a little bit, but I feel like he doesn't.
Orn!
Come on! Am I crazy or am I crazy? I think this gives them exactly what they need.
I mean, yeah.
The big ultimate, the knockups, he's crazy, he's unkillable, some item shenanigans. Come on, people. I know. Director Alexa, you probably thought I was insane for saying what I was saying, all right? I know. I can feel it. I got the brain. I got the Dota brain. There's a piece missing in the comp. Olaf, yeah, he can do stuff. He can get the kills. He can win the lane. But it doesn't matter if Alistair runs in your back line and sends your Corki into the enemy team. Like, you need some substance.
If Alistar does that anyway?
Well, they have some substance. They have substance. Before they had no substance. It was,
Okay,
it was like eating sugar. Like before the comp was just like putting your hand in a bag of granulated sugar and eating it. Now they have like at least water and sugar. They got sugar water.
Dissolves sugar.
I know, but they got sugar. Yeah, the sugar dissolves in the water. It's a vehicle for the sugar.
Okay.
They had no vehicle for the sugar. Now they have a vehicle for the sugar.
They're a
Or
well-oiled machine.
I don't want to say well oiled. I'd say just like moderately
Oiled.
oiled. It's a little rusty.
Okay.
Uh,
But it drives.
ah,
Sometimes.
it sometimes starts.
We'll see how the Ornolds end up.
I haven't seen Ricky with those, so who
I haven't
knows?
seen Ricky play Orn ever in my life.
God, I was thinking you say like I don't know why this guy said
No,
ever, and that's big coming from this guy. This guy is basically is Ricky's shadow. So if
I
he hasn't
mean,
seen him play,
we've
then
played some ranked and
legendary.
he's playing Garen, Trintamir,
True.
Olaf.
Garen wouldn't have fit. I feel like Garen wouldn't have fit the slot. Aatrox wouldn't have fit the slot.
Aatrox.
Olaf would not have fit the slot. I feel like Shen. I don't think he's playing Shen. though.
Shen.
Shen would have done something here.
I like the champion Shen, but nobody plays him.
Nobody.
Why-
I played him
I'd play him too.
7 years ago. I
I think
played
his
him.
ult's really good,
He's cool.
especially
He's
when you
got
have a team that like plays
And then
around
TPs.
around ball lane mainly.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think Shen is just great. You can ult towards the ball lane, kill some people. Happy days. But we're gonna be getting into game relatively soon. But before we do that, we're gonna throw it over to a very quick break, and we'll be right back with the start of the second game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the Summoners Rift here for Game 2 between Winthrop. Winthrop? Why did I say Winthrop? ISU and the Saints.
You know why you said
Both
Winthrop.
these teams have lost to Winthrop. That's why it's in my brain, you know?
Ah, surely.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. There's nothing else happening right here. We have this next game. Come on, bro.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, Flocon here against Meslo. Once again, we're seeing this lineup coming through. We got SCC versus ISU. And you know what, Theo? I was about to comment on Game 1. I'm a new man. Game 1 was in the past. We're looking at the future forward.
True.
What is going to happen in this one?
Well, you know, both teams drafted pretty scaling heavy compositions. You have the Ornn, obviously, the Victor, very scaling heavy champions. Zinzao, though, not a good scaling champion. Let's just say how it is. 2 items is when he really peaks. 1-2 items. Corki, I don't know, man. Corki's just an OP champ at all points in the game. Daniil, just OP level 1, OP level 2, does so much damage. It's gonna be the push here. Got it by the Saints, and Flocon on his Victor. He's gonna be feeling very good in this matchup. He usually wins lane pretty strongly on this Victor, but did miss 1 CS on that first wave, Daniil.
Not a single one, and Flocon, like you said, pretty scary on the Victor. At least the once or twice I've seen him on it, it's put nightmares into my soul. And I feel like there's a problem with short old men in gun helicopters in MOBAs, because they just seem to be broken. Gyrocopter in Dota 2, notably, probably one of the most suffocating heroes to play against in his heyday. And Corki, if anything tracks over, I wouldn't be surprised if he also has equally obnoxious kit to deal with.
Yeah, Daniil, that's valid. Valid point there. Now, Jason, the top lane, he should just be getting ahead early. Should be getting easy farm here. Ricky, I mean, I don't know if he knows what he's doing on the Ornn. I'm gonna say how it is. Usually we see him on these 1v1 bruisers that just dominate the game, but he decided to take a step back and let his team carry the game. And you know, from what we saw last game, we said we wouldn't look in the past, but I will. From what we saw last
I'm not
game,
looking at that thing ever again.
Like, Ricky was kind of making huge plays for the Saints on that Cassante and getting big kills when he shouldn't. Now that he's just going to be there to press ult and land some knockups as he looks for the solo kill on the Ornn. The flash comes through, he gets it! Come on, Ricky, come on!
All the way home!
That's so good timing.
Promote him! Alonso! What are you doing? Give this guy like a Ferrari or something, whatever he wants. Do something for the guy.
I mean, that's pretty good timing right there.
Pretty good. Yeah, you're talking about how this guy's useless, washed up, piece of This is after we went on break.
That's just not true. That's simply not true.
I remember he was walking past the stage, going outside to drink some water.
Oh yeah.
Making healthy decisions.
Of
going
course.
To drink a bottle of water.
Yep.
And I gave him the old, come on. And he looked at me. Thumbs down. He doesn't. I don't think he wants to play this guy, honestly. But he's impressive. And look, ladies and gentlemen, what's that I see in the distance? Appearing from the beyond, we have none other than the legend.
Maddie, I saw Maddie. I saw Maddie strolling through.
Yes, me too. He was chilling, making us
Lukanovich.
Lukanovich getting hit by a Rokonovich as he goes down. And Meslo gonna take him out here. As we're seeing some retreats come back down to the bottom side. St. Clair College up. Hey, huge observation here. ISU up 200 gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bigger lead than they had practically at any point last game until, some unfortunate circumstances went down towards the end of the game. But yeah, ISU getting an early lead, and we saw how good they are in these team fights. Ricky, though, it's scary. And they saw headbutt there. Miracle gonna land 2-man W. And Ricky just seems like he's winning the 1v1. Yes, he's down some minions, but the flash comes through from Lig, and he's going to find an easy kill on this Alistar. St. Clair's bot lane seems like they've come to play. Yet again, going to get an early lead.
You know what, Theo? I think I've just accepted it at this point. I'm going to get no sleep tonight.
No.
I'm going to have to go to work on 3 hours sleep tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But I've accepted that.
Yeah.
Because this game is going to be hype. And while tomorrow I won't have any sleep, this is going to go down in the history books forever as the best League of Legends series of all time.
Look at Ricky, by the way.
What the hell am I
rat.
looking at?
Sneaks over to the mid lane to
To
try and
recall?
he's trying to find Floke on a kill, but
I think he just wanted to recall in front of him.
just wants to show him dominance. He's like, yo, I'm gonna take some of your XP right here, and I'm gonna recall. I'm not helping.
Daxing the lane, open the gates. As we're seeing now, Flocon being the lead for. We're gonna see Miracle taking a lot of heat. The beam is gonna put a little bit of pressure on. But what's this, ladies and gentlemen? The purple beyond, the grubs from hell have spawned and emerged from the birthplace of all things foul on the Summoner's Rift. And they're now in play here as we're seeing the mid-skirmish come up. Miracle getting the knockup, but regardless, just a little bit of trouble.
Dead.
Difficult to deal with. Skarner is absolutely not dead.
Nope,
He is
he's not
anything but dead.
Not bad.
So you
I miscalculated.
he gets out. In fact, he's basically full
What?
HP.
Lig died.
What?
This isn't the biggest surprise. I mean,
we saw game one.
They leave Lig alone for one wave, and the Alistar just has a beautiful roam timer. Barlow gets the pick there, and Lig falls down. A situation where he really shouldn't. He should expect that to happen, but you know that's kind of one weak point for the Saints here. Sometimes when they do have disadvantages on the other sides of the map, they still try and make a play when realistically they shouldn't.
We're seeing the grubs taken out here by Kronos on the Skarner as the Saints take out the Dragon. All things balanced, all things equal as the Saints trading it out. And we're going to see the Dragon, the Hextech Drake. Tell the fine folks at home what that Drake is going to offer.
Yeah, I believe it gives some CDR, just some really good stats. The Soul's obviously the more OP part. It gives you a slow. Ooh. It gives you some ability haste. Pretty good Dragon, I would say. It's Ricky now in the top lane. Not having the best times. And yeah, I mean, Saints looking better in this game too. But Ricky, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Gets suppressed here. Trying to get out on this Warren. He's going to use that ultimate, but does get suppressed. Oh, the snipe! Ricky! My God, he's nice on the Warren.
Calm down, Ricky! Calm down! Let him live! Let him live! Let him get out of there! Give him a chance! They need the Syndra even.
Poor Ricky.
Oh,
they sent the whole family top to find that kid.
Rock Boom's whole fam.
Whole fam.
The Rock Boom assassins. He paid
the Rock
them.
Boom assassins?
He paid them to take him out.
I mean...
What?
I mean, the funniest thing is Rock Boom has like 3 brothers that play League of Legends.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm referencing.
That's the funny part.
Ricky's saying we're playing as Rock Boom's whole family.
I remember that. That was
great.
Man,
I hate Ricky.
Rock Boom's whole family, yeah, they did not perform in that tournament at all.
They did good. The Saints just played better that
They didn't even play the Saints. They didn't make it to the second round.
True. Yeah.
Oh, we might see a solo kill though. Coming out from the Syndra Flocon. Getting way too ahead of himself there. Yes, he's up 12 CS, but ISU finding these small advantages. And St. Clair, they're trying to win this one, but Ricky, I mean, he's kind of their only hope on the Ornn.
He's straight up 1v9ing.
When that's the case for the team, where your Ornn's the only one that's fed, I mean, it's a complete disaster, isn't it?
I don't even know what to say right now. The unfortunate part is, a little tidbit of information I've been fed is these drafts are basically playing for late game. So no matter what, it's going to take a long time for this to finish off. A Miracle to get the knockup, forced to retreat because Kronos is coming in, and he's not going to leave until he takes somebody with him. Going to see the initiation. Miracle looking to deter him just a bit, but Maddie coming through with the spear. Going to find a little bit of a chunk, but not much to follow up off of. But yeah, Coach Alonso telling me, you know, this draft is late game oriented for both teams. And I'm just thinking about the anger and hatred I'm going to feel in my heart if the Saints take this late game draft, it goes to like 70-minute games, and then they win it. And then, you know, that's just going to be something interesting for sure. That's going to be a great day at college, yeah. Because, you know, I got Adam's choice words for them.
Choice words?
Because, you know, if it was...
You could just tell them right now, actually.
No, because I want to give them advice on how to win, and I don't want ISU to hear it, you know?
That's a very good point, and you wouldn't want to give away anything to the opponents. As in the mid lane, both supports gonna roam in. Flocon, does he see the Alistar? I'm not sure. The knockup comes through. Not enough damage there with the Syndra. Barlow actually gonna be forced to flash out, and get a little trade in the mid lane for the Saints. They have numbers. They use them well, but still. They're down 1k gold, and I mean, this is looking way more rough than game 1.
Yeah, a whole 1,000 rooms. And with the next creeps or the next grub spawning up momentarily, and the dragon not too far behind either. I think things are going to heat up around the rift right now. We've been sitting at this 4-3 for a comfortable little while, but especially with that ward coming down, maybe something's going to happen here. No, we're going to get that taken out, but that's going to be a mark for blood here. They want to chase them down, see what they can find as they start marking their territory around these grubs as they spawn up. No one's going to be able to contest it. Yeah, and the dragon's not going to be up for quite a while. It's going to be the water drake.
The water drake.
Water drake. That's what I'm calling it. I don't care what it's called. Ocean drake.
Ocean
drake to me. Water drake.
Water drake. I thought you were talking about actually Drake.
No. I don't even know who that guy is.
I'm talking about the school. Yeah, see, the more you know.
What the
There's
hell?
there's like a university called Drake.
I guess so.
No, there is.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, if you're telling me you've never told a lie in your life,
I don't lie.
especially about No Man's Land.
There's no lies told.
Really?
No lies. I told you how it is.
That's straight up.
I just did. I did.
As you're seeing Flocon not telling any lies underneath this tower, as he's going to do a little bit of damage to it before he walks away, forcing Syndra to recall. Probably going to recall himself, maybe, just to get his gold spent, or just hang out to get another creep wave. As just look at what we're seeing right now. Poor Ricky. Literally 1v9.
On Ornn as well.
You know?
Like it's like if he was on like a carry character, I don't understand this, but he's playing Ornn, and they're just camping him. Poor guy Rick. You know, he is my roommate. I just hope.
Bias.
I just hope the sleep today will be good. He isn't too upset by this performance.
He's gonna be slamming the walls. He's trying to sleep, but maybe he's not even gonna have a chance. They're looking to break his wrists here in the top side.
What?
Huge ult, but again, with just yourself here, all in your lonesome, you're not gonna be able to accomplish much, but just wasting time as he.
Oh, is it still Misfortune?
Hey!
Wait a second.
Nah, we were a little
that's
optimistic there. Faith can absolutely get that kill, as we're seeing 5-3 now. One more on the board for ISU with all 6 grubs as well. At least Saints taking the Ocean Drake. No, I mean Water Drake, and turning maybe some lemons into lemonade.
Yeah, ISU. I mean, they knew that entire time they were not gonna contest this dragon, and they just
don't care.
They just camped Ricky. And like I've said again, Saints know that they're weak side. This time it was Ricky. He doesn't know for sure they're in there, but he knows that they're not bot lane. They're not contesting the dragon, which means they're probably sitting top lane. But this time Ricky gets a bit too greedy. He walks up, and he dies on weak side again. It's a common pattern here for the Saints, and I'm surprised they're not able to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, with the way this game is going, I still feel like there's plenty of chance for the Saints to throw it. I think that, again, all jokes aside, with the previous game, there was a lot of things that went wrong in certain areas that Saints weren't able to recover here. But so far, what's happening here? We're seeing Link get that one kill. We're seeing the Saints able to turn things around on the bottom side, at least for the meantime. We're seeing taking down that Syndra as well. We're going to lose one bottom side, but
Ricky
just trying their best to survive here. Ricky's gonna fall.
Barlow!
Top side. Barlow getting a huge chunk of damage, allowing him to
save
kill
the Corki. What do you mean the huge jump? He saved, pushed him away.
Yeah, but still, he's gonna go down.
Oh, look at this corner though. The drive is not good though, and the ult won't hit. I mean, some mechanical misplays here from ISU for sure. So, Saints. I mean, they get some kills here, but still, it's looking good for ISU. They're up 2k gold. They got the 6 Grubbensteins, and they look to push these side lanes. Yeah, I just add the Stein to literally anything. Favon. Richtofen is what we call him around these ends.
I've never heard that. I'm in these ends all the time.
I call him Richtofen all the time.
Richtofen, like Beethoven? But hey, he's dropping some beats here in the bottom side. It's a symphony of pain, and you are the audience. Faith can. Ears couldn't handle that beautiful music, and singing a sweet lullaby of eternity as he drifts on into eternal sleep. Well, not eternal, just maybe 13 more seconds.
Yeah. Good play there by the Saints. I mean, they get some gold back. Obviously, they overcommit down towards this bot side of the map, and the top tier 2 is going to be getting taken pretty low here by this Jace, but Ricky should be able to get back in time and defend against that one. Flocon, after a bit of a rough first game, is doing a lot better this game. Has a shutdown, has some items online, doing very well for himself, as this can be free kill on this Jace. PCL going up way too far, and Ricky in the right play. I mean, nice kill for the Saints. Nice dude, just seems like
If they get it.
kind of falling apart a little bit in these last few minutes.
Yeah, 7-7 here. Saints really testing my patience a little bit.
Oh!
Oh! But not testing the waters. Lig getting huge initiation on him, but gonna return. Faith Can's gonna fall down. Miracle following the laser ball, but not gonna last for too long. It's gonna go down. Laser beam going on Proto's head, running across the wall, and just like that, ISU have scattered like cockroaches out of the pantry as light falls on it. Rift Herald is gonna come into play as the Saints are positioning themselves.
Oh!
But oh my
What a
god!
pick.
They find Lig exposed and in the open, and they squash him like a bug. Meslo gonna be the revenge pick for the Saints as they pick him up, but Saints still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Flowcon gonna be the big threat here now on this Victor. 3 and 2 up a level, I believe, as well, and great bounce back game for him as Daniil might be going to the game 3. I mean, Saints were down 3K gold.
And they were up like 10K in the last one.
So both these teams, basically, what you're saying is, are big chokers.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say one of these teams.
I would say, if ISU lose this game, then I would say
they didn't choke. They didn't. They had what, a 100, 1,000.
3,000.
Wow, that's nothing.
That's a lot of dollars.
This early
if
in
I
the
have
game,
$3,000
that's
more
like
than you,
500 over on the Jace. That's like 700 on Syndra. Who cares?
The gold lead,
Ah.
the less time that's passed in the game, the
Ah.
gold lead matters more. Like if you're like 70 minutes into a game, the gold lead's like 5K. It doesn't matter.
Depends on who it's on.
Everyone already has full build.
Depends on who it's on.
I mean, the gold was on the Syndra, was on Misfortune.
Do we know that for a fact?
Yes,
Okay.
because they're the ones with the kills.
Well,
so that's how that works.
But still, a lot of the gold being on the Misfortune means that she's not going to be able to do too much. You know, she's an ADC. She needs time to snowball, and as she might have snowballed at this point, but you go back 5 minutes ago, she's a little bit more humble, a little bit of a farmer still.
I mean, yeah.
So you know, Daniil's right as always.
I mean, the farming this game from both teams has been pretty atrocious, let's say how it is. Nobody's hitting these minions, 17, 18 minutes.
Herald.
Nobody's even at 160 CS, except for Flowcon. He's always, you know, if there's always one player that's good with that farming scenario, it's always Flowcon. You know, he's farming up in Saints. They get a free third dragon. They're going to be on soul point again in this game too, and if they get the soul here, mounted again, I mean, auto win, I think, if they get that one.
What do you think are the most important benefits they're going to get out of getting a soul with these 3 dragons?
I mean, you're going to have Ricky with Mountain Soul on Ore.
What's that going to give him?
It's going to make him unkillable. It's going to have a big shield, big
It's an unkillable buff.
Yeah, like it's really good on tanks. Really good on tanks.
Beautiful to know. I'd like to hear that Ricky is going to be unkillable in a game where he's already being hard targeted by 4 out of the 5 players on ISU, so it might not even matter. He's probably still going to get killed regardless, but...
Probably not.
You're probably right.
There's not a lot of DPS for ISU.
Gold is even.
ISU does not have much DPS this game. They have a lot of burst.
Yeah. I completely agree. They have the Misfortune. Her ultimate's basically DPS, but it's like 5 seconds of DPS. It's not going to be DPS.
Oh,
DP 5S. But now we're going to be seeing how Lig's going to want to take this one going to the bottom side. We're seeing Miracle initiate Chronos, but grabs 2. And a huge follow-up from Miracle, going to prevent that from being too much worse, but still, no one is able to interfere. The Saints, once again, making an offensive push, and Ricky with that huge Ornn ult, not going to hit the Misfortune, going to find Barlow, however, that Misfortune ult just tickled. It made them laugh in just pity. If you thought that was going to deter our push, you're crazy, lady. But Maddie may be a little bit hesitant. Now he's actually a little scared as he's running for his life here. But Miracle on the other side of the bush here, ready to help. But with that push, the Saints are cementing their lead.
Yeah, and it feels like St. Clair definitely have the game in their hands. What? That's an aggressive play from Lig. He picks up 2, though. A nice outplay. Does use his flash, but gets both the Misfortunes summoners. And yeah, St. Clair, they have a nice grip on this game now. They outscale better, I would say, and they have their gold on the right characters. The Victor's on 2 items. The Ornn is very tanky now, hitting that level 13, going to upgrade all those items. And I'd say St. Clair, again, in a very good position. I don't see how they could throw this one away.
I didn't see it either, but Ricky. I almost called you Ricky. That'd be the good time when I'm here with Ricky instead of you. Oh, man.
I mean, I'll go play.
With this game 1, you might as well have. But we're seeing Chronos come down onto Flowcon. Meslow's here too. And Miracle, he's nearby in the same neighborhood, maybe a block away, but he's here. Oh, with Maddie too! This could turn around devastating. Meslow's gonna fall. Kronos, his time has run out as he falls off too shortly after. PCL gonna try to find some damage, gonna get flashed away, not gonna be able to find it as he's gonna be next to go down. Ruinous Otacon, the Saints with the triple kill onto Flowcon. You couldn't ask for anything better. That has to be the game.
Yeah, that should 100% wrap it up. I mean, if St. Clair somehow find a way to lose this game,
give them MVP.
I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret later. But, yeah, they did find a way before last game. But I feel like they're even in a better spot this game. Their Victor has 1 billion gold, and let's say Flowcon is their most consistent player. When he gets gold, he kind of just carries every game. So I feel like they're going to be very happy with the fact that Flowcon has all this gold. And ISU, I mean, they're just kind of useless at this point in the game.
Useless is a strong word, but I agree. Unfortunately, it feels like the Saints just have this game in a chokehold. They're not really able to kind of wriggle out of this game. ISU, I think they're kind of chalked right now. But again, they found a way before. As a little birdie told me, a little birdie reminded me, they found a way out of a victory before, and I think, especially with this Rift Herald, anything can happen. Right? I think the Saints can still lose this game, but Miracle make sure it can't happen. We're seeing the counter initiation coming up from Barlow. It's a battle on the tanks. Maddie doing his best to get some damage in, gonna be chunking them down with Barlow in back. I think so much. That's 2 of your initiation, 2 of your crowd control, kind of just out of the fight immediately. Flowcon with that double kill as well, taking all that gold. And with this tower standing here, I don't know how you can possibly resist it, especially with Ricky using that order to find the misfortune. Link's gonna get that kill. Meslo with 1 HP gonna tick down, and then PCL, the last standing hope, is gone. It's an ace for the Saints, 22-30. 22-30 time in the game is what I was counting. It's 10-21 here, and the Saints are looking to probably end the game right here, right now. Never mind, they're gonna run, get out of dodge. Fair enough. We're seeing Kronos with the respawn as well as Barlow. I forgot how fast they died in that team fight. Gonna respawn as the Saints take out those objectives mid and clearing out before too much can go down. With the Dragon coming up in 30 seconds, they want to make sure they're full HP, and I think they're gonna run back down here as soon as it's up. But ISU, I think they're looking to contest it to make sure they don't get that soul without any kind of trouble.
Should be unfightable for ISU. Saints should collect the Soul Dragon. That should be all she wrote. Daniel Baron will spawn up in a few minutes as well. So, I mean, if we don't see a game 3 here, I will be simply astonished. That would be an impossible situation. So, you can see Corky has a Manamune update upgraded there. Ricky's on 2 items. Flowcon's on 3 items. Corky and Flowcon, he's gonna go down to very low. He should die here in mid, but how quickly can they kill him? Very quickly is the right answer, but Jace is gonna be the next one to follow. And even without their big carry, without the Victor, Saints gonna easily walk through them here. Miracle gonna find that kill. Leg should be able to pick up this misfortune. Skarner is going to be the next one to fall in a very easy team fight for the Saints as Miracle found Barlow on the bot side. They're gonna collect Soul to close out this game real quick.
They want to wrap this up. They want to, well, if they wanted to go home, they would have won game 1. But they want to go home eventually, I'll say. And they're going to be doing that by winning this game here, taking up this Drake, and like I said, getting that soul. I want to see how devastating this is, if it's truly insurmountable, as you made it seem, with the soul stacking up these buffs from the Dragons. And with the respawns coming in from ISU, it's looking to be this potentially last interaction, especially with the Baron coming up. I think it's all going to be decided over there, especially with the Saints getting that soul, now needing to defend a Drake, or defend against the Baron push and the soul push. It's going to be rough for ISU.
And we spoke about this Jace pick. Thought it was going to be scary. It's
you thought.
Whatever the opposite of scary is just Jace. I mean,
pleasant.
Ornn could just kind of smack him around easily now, and Baron will spawn up. St. Clair should make their way over to this Baron, capture it, walk into the base of ISU, and slaughter them. It's kind of an easy way to victory here for the Saints.
You'd think.
Yeah.
You'd think. But I think too. but I know better than to count out the legendary sales. Yeah, sales of glory, sales of hope, sales of fear, sales of love. The sale comes all the same.
Yeah.
But
Barrel's on the flank.
oh, that could be a potentially game-winning play. It could mean absolutely nothing. Just have to wait and see what this team's going to do here. But as we kind of slow things down, never mind. Warren G on the bottom side. PCL
Oh my
a lot of damage. He didn't miss that. He said, "I don't care." He said, "Me no care."
Me no
about
care.
That he's going to walk away. PCL, however, going to recall away as his teammates come down, help him out. But with the Saints pushing down the mid lane in the meantime, it's going to be absolutely devastating. We still have Barlow sitting at the top side near Baron Pit, which is kind of menacing it, I suppose. We're seeing Meso doing his worst to Ricky. The worst not going to much. I think they're probably going to put a ward in that bush, and then they're going to see Barlow and be like, "Oh, let's kill Barlow." His teammates aren't here. Miracle, yeah, not gonna put the ward down. In fact, no ward's actually not okay. Now they're gonna put a red one, but they still have no vision. Okay, now they scan and they see him for sure. Chronos gonna grab. Who is that Lig in the back line? And they're gonna keep chasing him. Saints are gonna run away from Baron, keep their Lig alive. Whether or not they're gonna be able to succeed, we're gonna have to wait and see. A couple more seconds. Lig is gone. Lig is down. Lig is dead. As he's gonna get caught out. Now we're gonna see Maddie initiate onto Barlow, but bullet time shutting them down. Warranty gonna get a huge initiation to himself, but we're gonna see Miracle go down 3v5 right now for the Saints. Frog Drake means nothing with Fence against ISU. They are having a strong fight against so far. We're gonna lose 2 right away. All things considered, they should have taken nobody if they managed to take 2. And ISU essentially stopping the Saints' Baron take, but with Ricky still up here. PCL finds the backline, forcing Flowcon into Zhonya's. They're gonna take down the Syndra, and with 1 HP, Flowcon's gonna survive and help take down the J Saints. Again, able to win the fight, but this should have been a Baron push and then Baron take and Baron push to win the game. Still gonna be a Baron take with the respawns coming in. No reason not to, but again, just delaying them all the same.
I mean, the Saints played that about as poorly as they could, and they still won. Just shows how far ahead they are. I mean, Link just dies first. Nothing goes down. Even Link just dies, and they still win 4v5. Now you have to think to yourself, that's the nail in the coffin. Get this Baron, just push it into the base, and then don't waste too much more time and give ISU any opportunity of getting back into this one.
Yeah, but they gave him a little bit of an opportunity just there. Again, it was a wipe, but not for free. Losing, just showing the fact that they can kill 2 of the biggest threats here. If they put their minds to it anyway, it's a strong sign of life for this team, ISU. With the bullet time ready, with everything in their heart and their soul, their passion, not waning at all, not skipping a beat. We're seeing whether or not they can muster up the courage to stand against the insurmountable force of St. Clair College as they make their GG push down. Gonna grab one here, seeing them come through with the Orn ult, gonna find the backline, thought it was a complete whiff. Faithcan running for his life as he's getting beat to death by Maddie. That's gonna be a kill on the ADC. We're not even going to get to see the bullet time come through, and the Saints now looking to end the game right here, right now, with all 5 and with the Baron ult, or Baron buff coming through, and they're going to find Syndra running for his life. We're already seeing the misfortune disconnecting. There's no hope left for ISU. This is going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen, and with that one going out with quite a bit of a bang, Saints having a very strong showing. Signs of life getting the last 2. Huge team like 13 to 36. This is what game 1 would have looked like.
Should have.
Alternate timeline, but
should have.
It's not the game that we got.
Yeah, I mean, game 2, great job by the Saints. A great performance.
They're smiling now.
Yeah, now they're happy. They're happy they get
Didn't
to
look
play
like that
one more game of League of Legends. As you see, there's a Pokemon card there, I think, coming out from Miracle. He's trying to get the League to overpay, I think, there.
He's trying to sell him
Lig,
garbage.
I think Lig might be
probably.
lowballing him, but let's take a look at some stats. A beautiful job here. Flowcon, 14-3-10. Great job from him. Ricky, stats won't prove everything, but he did a lot on that Orn. 23 kill participation. Just a very good game from the Saints as they were able to nullify any threats coming out from ISU.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Saints did a great job of kind of establishing dominance in this game and actually following through with it this time. ISU had the advantage early game, but with the stats especially that you can see on Flowcon, it didn't amount to much in the end.
Absolutely, Daniil. And, going into game 3 now, what do you think?
Game 3?
The Saints are gonna tell themselves.
What's game 3?
I don't know, Daniel. You tell me.
I was told game 3 doesn't exist, but here we are going to game 3. And
It's best of 5, actually.
yeah, I told you it was going to be, but we're going to find out it's a best of 5 somehow. But thankfully, I haven't heard Alexa say that yet, so I still have hope
Somehow.
that there's humanity. Yeah, all right, good one. Okay, as this game comes to a close. But hey, man, I said I'm leaving after game 3. Game 3, I don't know.
You did
I
say
did.
that, but
So I'll see you later, buddy.
I mean, valid statement, Daniil. He's had enough of me today, and I mean, I might have a little bit of a runny nose. I could see why he would run away from me at this time. So looks like I'm gonna be going solo for the rest of this series. Daniil has a lot of work to do as the stats. The stats are good. Saints pretty dominant game. Let's just say how it is. ISU had an early lead, but the team composition, draft gap. I mean, Alonzo definitely getting his dues here. But with all that being said, we're gonna throw it over to a break. Daniil has left me, but I'm still here, and I'll be here right after this short break as we are waiting for the start of Game 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Theo, known as the Holy One. We're going to be going into Game 3, and yes, my lovely co-caster, Daniil,
Get out of
he
here.
decided to come back after
Ah.
seeing such a beautiful performance on display
Yeah.
from the Saints. He just couldn't get their eyes off them. And Daniil heading into draft and number 3, how are you feeling about St. Clair in this series that matters so much?
I don't think I could say what I'm feeling about St. Clair right now. I'm joking. They're great guys, great team. I said I'm leaving if there's going to a Game 3.
You lied.
I lied. And it's like they knew I was lying. It's like they intentionally wanted to test me, to push me here. And we're getting up. We're getting to 8. We're getting to 11 p.m. now. I feel like it's about 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-hour game.
It's gonna be a nice 2-hour game, ladies and gentlemen. As we head into the draft. Let's see how long. Let's see what Alonzo is going to be cooking up in this draft. Probably going to be picking the latest of late game champions just to really mess with us. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did, just to mess with us.
Yeah, I mean, Alonzo,
Great guy.
can be a tricky guy at times.
Tricky.
Honestly. He can pull up some interesting drafts.
Ew.
Let's see. You know, I've seen them try and pull out the Samira a couple times, and it's about as you would expect. Samira, she got ahead early, and then she got CC'd once, and she died.
True.
So let's see if they're gonna play a Samira draft again. I definitely hope so. They can either win this game quickly, or win this game quickly.
Yes, truly.
And then the band's coming out.
Banning Olaf.
Olaf.
And again, it's Fearless. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen. So, a lot of the champions we're seeing banned out in the first games, probably not going to see. We're going to see some new bans. There's a lot less to fear in the Fearless draft. So, with the third ban coming up, wouldn't be surprised if this is another targeted jungler ban. We've been seeing a lot of those coming up from ISU, and I think it's been working for them so far. So why change things up? But again, it could be anything here. Bans. I feel like they don't tell you too much right now. The early 3, and the comps are flexible enough. We're seeing Jax banned out.
Jackson is
Aurora being the follow-up ban for the Saints.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not much to say until we see that first pick. ISU. What were their first picks in the previous games? I feel like it was Jace in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember the first one. I think it was like... It's not Ambessa. No. Ash is going to be the first one this time around. Leading strong. Again, flexible.
I want Ricky to go Jarvan this game.
Maddie usually plays Jarvan.
No, Ricky usually plays Jarvan.
I think we're living in different timelines here. Jen. Oh. 4.
Game 4.
Maybe. I mean, I was told it's a BO5 just before the end of the last game, so who knows? Going to game
Daniil
4.
is giving you guys some fake information.
I mean, I don't know if she told you. She told me it's the best of 5.
I heard, but that was also fake information.
You saying that Alexis is a liar?
Yep.
I agree.
Okay.
As we go straight into the next pick. Jin is a weird one to me. I don't think I've ever seen us play Jin. Maybe once.
Yeah, we don't play much.
I think we've seen Lake play that once, but I mean, who knows? Maybe this is Miracle playing.
Miracle Jin.
I mean, he's
Madness.
Madness indeed.
Madness.
Damn. As we're seeing, Nunu.
Oh, it's open. Maddie's signature pick. Come on.
I don't know with the Jin pick. I feel like this is like a Varus. I mean, he's open. No one picked Varus here. What's going on?
What if ISU pick it? They play Ash support.
I get, that's not. In fact, that's unlikely. Dare I say? But I feel like I would like to see with with more of a comfort pick. For the Saints, it's Fearless, right? This is game 3 though,
Last game.
so no reason to hold out any picks left.
I
Like, go
agree.
ahead, pick your comfort picks. We went to the court for last time.
Renekton.
I almost vomited. Wow, that would have been embarrassing to do on stream.
Nidalee, Renekton, ISU. They're going for a strong early game. If they don't win this game in 20 minutes, St. Clair will win.
Haven't seen a Nidalee since like, wow.
Nidalee Renekton's like a known top jungle duo because you stun with Renekton, you one-shot the spear, bomba, and if that doesn't happen, you lose the game.
I see. It's like a.
Pretty volatile.
It's like a Mirana +1 on anything, I guess. And yeah, it works out the same way. If you just lose that, then if you don't make that happen, then you just lose the game. Rel, I like that pick a lot for Miracle. Comfort pick, strong pick overall. So that's going to be our bottom side. Jin, Rel. We have Nunu and Willem for the jungle, and now we're picking for our top and mid. I like that being last pick. They're a ban out of Vladimir. One thing I would have called out for sure if they left that open. They're begging for a loss at that point. Flocon's quite literal signature champion. Rel, close to Miracle's signature champion, so I think I would have liked to see that maybe more.
That is his signature champion.
I mean, again, Yeah, maybe. I feel like Rakan.
No.
there.
no. Or Nautilus, yeah, or Nautilus. But I would say Rel is definitely his best one.
I think I see it as a signature because he told me that's his favorite, and I
What's
think
his favorite?
Rakan.
Okay.
Favorite to play. I don't know if it's favorite to win on, favorite to pick, but he says his favorite to
we
play.
saw it last game, right?
Yeah,
It worked.
and it looked like a signature of that game.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And we're seeing now Leona banned out because, again, we still haven't necessarily cemented anything. The only thing we know for sure is the top and jungle pick. Ashe technically could be flexed to really anything else. We're
What
seeing
are we
a Kali
saying?
ban.
What are we saying?
No, I mean, last time I saw Ashe is being support.
When was that?
Like, last semester. I don't know, man.
What are we saying?
People are doing crazy. You tell me that Garen's being an assassin insta-kill champ?
He's been.
Well, that's what I felt. That's what I was told about Ashe. I was like, what? People are playing Ashe support? I was like, yeah, everyone's doing it.
Good play.
I don't know. We'll talk to Alonso after this, see who's crazy.
Alonso doesn't know.
What do you say? He's a genius.
If you tell Alonso, he'll be like, yeah, it's not bad. Will you play?
It's
no.
GG.
Ricky on the Sion.
It's GG.
Do you think you should go AD or tank?
I think you should absolutely go tank this game.
I think you should go AD and just one shot whoever's in front of you.
You know, I take it back. I think you should go AD because I was looking at our comp and I realized we have Jhin.
We need damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Who's tanking this? We have Nunu Rel.
exactly.
Calm out.
Like, hey, you know what? You're right sometimes.
All
Broken
the
clock is right twice a day.
All the time. Not too broken.
It's not too broken, but it's gonna be broken on Saturday, next Saturday. No man's land, baby. Come on. The Azir pick. I feel like the Saints. Yeah. Like playing Azir into the Saints on a game 3, I feel like is
It looks good. The 3 tanks, it looks good.
I don't know how. Whoa. Okay, yeah, Braum. I got confused for a second. I was like, whoa. Double support bottom, but no, it's gonna be the Braum. Makes sense. Good for your Ashe ADC. Braum is, you know, you get the multi hits. It's nice and solid. Get the slows as well. Last pick going to be the mid laner, giving Flowcon the game in his hands. They banned out basically. Yeah, they banned out the Vlad. They haven't really banned out anyone else. They can't play Victor. He can't play Ari just because of the Fearless. Does he play Cassid? I haven't seen it.
I don't know, Caston's kind of
This is our chance to make a solid pick here. We got 5 seconds. I'm covering the screen. I can't see it. Don't tell me. Jeez.
Okay, it's picked. Take a guess, Daniil. You're not guessing this.
They can't play Hui.
You won't guess this one.
I won't guess it. That makes me want to guess it even more. I want to say Zed.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Zed, bro. You're drunk. It's
I was
Zed.
close.
Zed.
I was close.
Zed.
I was 1 letter off.
They have 0 AP damage, and you thought they would go AD.
I was
mid.
1 letter off. X Z.
Okay.
Brother,
My bad.
you're crazy.
My
I'm
bad.
drunk allegedly. Apparently, this
Ooh.
guy says I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I don't drink.
1 letter off. Really?
I don't drink.
Good.
Water. Especially on a day like today.
Doesn't sound like you're drinking water.
Not today. I've been drinking tea all day.
It's a tea drinking day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have tea. Hope you're nice and comfortable at home. 11 p.m. on Tuesday night. Hope you're comfortable. Excited for this game 3. Right? Not even Wednesday yet. Not even Wednesday yet. Standing strong. We joke, ladies and gentlemen, but truly we are honored to be bringing you the action here. Even if it gets a little difficult due to the fatigue, but I want to enjoy this match to its fullest with you all at home.
Yeah.
Overall, to wrap up the draft, I feel very Saints favored, if I'm being honest, and I don't want to say that out loud because I feel like then they're going to throw the game.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think the draft is very consistent, makes a lot of sense. On the other side, I see the thing I'm afraid of the most is the Braum ultimate. Don't even remember who they picked on the jungle in Italy. Yeah, so I was gonna say I don't even remember who they picked, so I'm just definitely not scared of it. Again, like you said, the theory holds. If Italy with Renekton, if they do well in the early game, they win the game. Otherwise, they lose. I feel like with Ricky on Sion, I don't think they're gonna lose. With the bottom side that we have, what was it? Don't tell me.
Okay, I won't.
Jhin, Rel. We're not going to lose the bottom side, at least. Maybe a couple of ganks, maybe we lose a couple deaths here and there. I think the Saints are going to be able to do well in all of their lanes. I feel like this Nidalee is not going to have a lot of impact. And Xerath, being a really solid last pick, like you said, rounded the damage compositions. We have a lot of AD, we have a lot of AP, we have a lot of tank, we have a lot of everything. We have a lot of initiation, we have a lot of controlling the team fights. We have the ultimate with Maddie just to really cement things, make it difficult. We have the curtain call on Lig. It's just bada bam 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 bam. It's just a lot of ways to win the fight, a lot of ways to win the game. And I think the Saints just have a lot of options positions and they're playing comfortable champions for themselves. Except maybe the Jin. Again, I don't know too much whether or not Lig's history with that champion, but I feel like everybody else is playing something comfortable for them.
And we can take a look at our players eating and drinking at the stations, Daniil. What are your thoughts on this behavior?
No comment. No comment at all. But I know your teammate for No Man's Land might have a comment.
Which one?
One of them.
Have 5.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
I don't have a comment.
Well.
In any case, we're seeing that Miracle here chewing something. Ricky, look at it. Like you think this guy is serious if you looked at him right now, but as soon as he gets up out of that stage, he is nothing but laughs. This is the only time you see Ricky look locked in, except for if he's doing a reaction speed test. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, you saw that in the chat. You like my score?
It's not bad.
Oh, okay. Big words from a big man. I see. We're gonna settle that after this game for sure.
I don't know if that's a today project.
I mean, today when you're tired, your reaction speed is higher because you have to be alert.
Someone just lied to you.
I mean, I was tired when I did it. Who knows what would happen if I was ready? You know, if I had a coffee or something.
No, but I don't ingest caffeine.
Neither do I.
Oh, good.
But if I did, who knows
That's
how
what I'm
powerful
saying.
I'd be.
I agree with you on that statement.
But I didn't, and I still dusted him.
Come on.
Dusted him.
You can see on the screen there, we see someone's OPGG
Hacking
pulled up
program.
there. They're looking into
for the first time this
matchups.
series.
First time series there. Oh, what matchups are good? Let me take a look at some win rates. Hopefully my champion.
Who should I pick? They've already finished the draft. Link's trying to figure out who he wants to play
He's
right
like,
now.
guys, I think we might have made a mistake here.
Go back.
Go back. It's say we crashed.
He's checking his own OPGG to see who he plays. He's like, wait, guys, I don't play Jin. That'd be awesome. But as we come back to us, I think it's time for the players to get seated in the champion's souls as they duel it out on the Summoner's Rift in this faded time. Speaking of time, what time is it? Is it 11 p.m.?
Oh, it's past that.
Really?
Yeah.
11 on the dot, ladies and gentlemen. And before the clock strikes noon, you will have a victor. True. The opposite of noon.
I mean,
Nice.
that is true. Before
Midnight.
noon, we'll see a victor as well. Tomorrow.
You see why I wanted to leave earlier? I have to be with this guy for 4 hours. Are you crazy?
I love it. After 4 hours.
But Theo, I've been talking too much. It's your turn. I'm just gonna look at you and wait for you to say something.
I mean, St. Clair won game 2 pretty decisively. They're going into game 3 with high spirits. I definitely expect them to take this one home. But I like the draft from ISU more. I'll say it, Daniil. I am not going to be biased to the Saints.
I'm not biased. I think it's just better.
Oh.
What the hell? I hate these guys right now. You know I'm biased?
Renekton in Italy, very high volatile. You know, I'm not really a gambling man, but
Really?
if I had to guess,
You're not a gambling man.
This Renekton in Italy, God, they're going to be hitting the jackpots. The stuns, the spears, they're going to hurt.
You know who else is hitting the jackpots?
Ricky Lafleur.
The entire League of Legends team.
Okay.
In this game 3, I think they're going to get 7/7/7s and walk home with a fat bag of chips, and they won't sell it this time.
They won't sell it.
No, sir.
No fire sale.
No fire sale as they walk out of the League of Legends casino at 9 a.m. And
Well, you know, one thing I did see was Miracle. He was preparing for the TFT tournament coming up on this weekend and
weekend
or week. Is it on Friday?
I thought it was Thursday.
No, it's definitely not Thursday.
Tell us when it is, Alexa.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we can plug it.
When's the TFT tournament?
But as she tries to remember when her events, I'm joking. We can talk more about this matchup coming through. So, with these teams kind of going through, again, we're going to game 3, and this is game 1. This is best of 1. This is first match. We're seeing Lig on the Jin. How do you feel like this is going to play out with the matchup or with the composition that ISU has? I feel like Jin works in a lot of comps, doesn't work in a lot of comps, and doesn't work against a lot of comps. How do you think he fares against their picks?
Not good.
Yeah.
I think this Renekton.
Renekton.
Yeah, it's scary. It's very scary. Azir, he has frontline damage. He's going to be shredding these tanks. I like the draft here from ISU, as I said before. I mean, from what we've seen so far, St. Clair have played better in this series. Obviously, they choked game 1, but they still played well for the initial start of that game.
Before they choked it.
Game 2 was just a stomp after 15-minute mark. So I'd say St. Clair definitely feeling themselves. ISU on the opposite side. And both teams 4-2 on the season. You know, this win doesn't matter too much for either, but for bragging rights, if I'm the Saints,
Yeah.
I wanna take this one home.
Yeah, take this one home before midnight. It's like taking it on a date. Make sure it
Yeah.
comes back on time before curfew. No funny business. Get back on time. Speaking of on time, I think it's about time, ladies and gentlemen, for this game 3 to get started. How awesome that would have been if I hit that timing.
Yeah, you were like about a minute off. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
so.
Daniel.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I tried. Well, anything else interesting to you in this lineup? I think, again, that Jin pick, Renekton against Italy, it's going to be a little difficult. I think our mid laner, though, Xerath, I mean, with all the tanking we have on our team, Sion,
Should be good.
Rel, Nunu Willump, I feel like it's not going to be easy. Everyone in the team has a lot of capability to do a lot of damage, but everyone on this team has a lot of capability to get this game 3 started as we see the ferocious beast stalking the fountain. As game 3, St. Clair College versus Illinois State University gets started here tonight. NACE Varsity Premiere. Let's see what these teams have in store as they run it down the Summoner's Rift. Only one team can be declared champions.
This is true, Daniel, and it looks like we're not gonna see the AD Sion coming out from Ricky.
GLHF, colon D.
Maddie,
Let's go.
he's saying good luck, have fun.
I think he's talking to us right now. I think he's talking to us.
Talking to us.
Yeah, he's telling us good luck.
No, he can't be doing that, Maddie. We don't need luck on this.
We need
broad.
water. Water.
Water? I mean, water would definitely be.
Where's your water? You never have a water bottle, man.
I never have a water bottle.
Fool.
I have a water fountain
Where is it?
in the hallway.
That's not where you are, my friend, as we get started here
Yeah.
in this final game of the series. Potentially final game of the series. Again, maybe they could agree.
No,
Gentlemen's
don't even
agreement.
start with me, Daniel. Don't
Gentlemen's
not.
agreement to be a best of 5.
Gentlemen's agreement. Just 5v5 mid. Whoever wins, GG. Wrap it up. What do you
Wrap
think?
it up right now. And as we get started in this game 3 of this best of 7, I want to know how, especially with it being fearless, I wonder what that last draft is going to look like.
There
'cause
won't
we're-
be chavs. They literally won't be chavs. It'll be
They have
140.
this one guy has to sit out.
44?
Yeah.
They should just do like ARAM 1v1s at that point.
That'd be crazy. And you know what's crazy? That picture-in-picture, well done, beautifully done, just to get a nice little look at what else is going on the map. But one other thing that's a little crazy, what's going on the top side? I feel like Renekton, oh, I think he's just farming, never mind. I think he's just hitting the tower. I thought he was running him down. A little bit scary. Poor representation on the minimap there. Icon's too big. But some, why'd you copy me? As we're seeing the level ups and the CS comes through.
Oh, airborne.
Listen, that looks like it doesn't matter. That matters, okay? That damage ramps up, it adds up. Ricky full HP, this Renekton, although, yeah, sure, he can heal a lot. Sure. I don't care. But Ricky's hitting these stuns. He's hitting these full chops. Again, they add up over time. And bottom side as well. You know what adds up? CS and Jin. Sticking true to his theme, sticking at a nice 3, saving that 4th CS for a special shot, as he still hasn't found it. And Flowcon doing a nice bit of damage here in the mid lane. Meslo and Flowcon, they've been trading back and forth really consistently throughout the series, and I wonder who's going to come out on top this game.
Yeah, Italy hasn't invaded this Nunu yet. It's just going to rip a full clear. I don't know how much I like that for Italy, but now we're going to see the invade array, as I say it. Caster Kirsten. Should be a very free invade. Maddie, it's level 2. Daniil, level 2.
I think it's fine.
Do you know what that means, Daniil? That means
nope.
we're cooked.
I don't know. I think with this, the cold comes heat regardless, but it's going to hit the Gromp. Snowball's going to hit the Gromp.
This is suboptimal for this.
Oh, Miracle dodging the spear. It's like he had a third eye or something.
got
Smite
it.
comes through. Level 3, baby. You know what it means? You know what it means, Theo? We're
cooked.
saved.
Still kind of cool.
We're saved.
We lost the blue buff.
Who cares?
I
We'll
would
find it.
kind of care, honestly.
Red buff is still alive, and you know who might be dead here? Never mind, Maddie just walking through, just making it, making a grand appearance as he goes up, maybe taking the Krugs, maybe taking something. Flowcon, a little bit of heat, but ultimately good enough for that.
Oh, we might be in trouble in the ball in Miracle. Taking a lot of damage. Lig doesn't find anything, and yeah, this ball lane matchup is a bit rough. This Ashe can just run through Jin, and they picked the Jin into the Ashe, so interesting pick here for the Saints. I don't know how much I like it.
They said they not here. They said they not here.
Mina Kier as a Nunu.
As Maddie would say.
Yeah, as Maddie would say.
He loves saying that all the time.
I hear him all the time. Straight patois.
It's more patois than my parents.
I don't know if that's true.
I think I know it's true.
Jamaican.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Maddie's more Jamaican than my parents.
He's a real bad man.
This is what happens when streams go on too long, ladies and gentlemen. What do you expect from us? We're only human.
A real bad man, a real general. As you would say.
As I would say, as Maddie would say.
Oh, as Maddie would say, my bad. The recall coming out from a leg. He's going to walk back to lane with full HP, trying to get some more CS with that W. But the nice push comes in from ISU. They have a nice little 500 gold lead to start off early.
Yes, sir.
But we saw this last game, so if I'm ISU, still not feeling very good. But, you know, not feeling bad, as the early game has been pretty passive so far.
You see the Drake coming down from the heavens onto this hell known as the Summoner's Rift. He lets out a deafening roar to announce his presence and challenges any fools who dare attempt to slay the beast. Top side, we're seeing Ricky battle it out with PCL. Got a nice swipe here, but it's not going to matter. He's going to take a lot of damage here. Not even going to be able to put up his shield as he's forced to walk back. PCL might be able to find something here. Gonna get that swipe. Shield up, gonna get a good amount of damage. Gonna burst the shield as well. Trading it out somewhat even at the very least. We're seeing Nidalee make her way topside. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. Can the Saints do something to take advantage of this opportunity? Opportunity costs everything in League of Legends, sure.
Oh, careful here.
You're threatening Ricky, but every second this Nidalee stands here, she's not standing somewhere else. Maddie, in the meantime, is gonna be contending the dragon, it looks like. And if you're right, this would be very pivotal. Oh, he's got the ultimate. He's running for his life. Coming through. Ricky LaFleur finds the wave, gets under tower. He doesn't even care. He might even just kill himself underneath the tower as he really stalls the time. And like I said, every second that this Nidalee's here, she's not somewhere else. This is going to give Maddie enough time to get the Chemtech Drake completely uncontested. But she's even going to get the Krugs, or the grubs in the meantime as Ricky goes down topside. First blood. Didn't really realize that was the case here. It's PCL trying to juke out Ricky. His health ticking down by the second. But he's going to go down, but I think that's definitely time well spent on Ricky's side. Finding a whole 2 waves of
Lig!
Lig! Finding a kill on the Ashe. You said that it was hard for him. I think it's easy with Maddie taking the Drake, turning his attention to the bot side. Tower is going to be a huge threat here. It's going to represent enough damage to allow Braum to pick up the kill with just the Q. Miracle threatening the kill, but flash forward. Barlow escaping with his life, but that life is not worth much right now. He makes his way over to mid side. I may have spoke too soon. That's going to be another chair coming through. Not the chair skin. Going to just be, I thought it was the wrestler skin, you know. It's going to be a nice Q on the head of Flocon, turning 1 kill into 2 for his team. ISU leading in the kill score now.
Daniil might be sipping on that Jamaican black rum. I don't know what chair he's talking about there, but a good kill in the mid lane for ISU and this Azir. I mean, he's kind of going to be the big carry here, the big DPS character here for ISU, the champion. He's going to do the most as Ricky. And snuck his way into his blue buff, but Nidalee knows something isn't right here. She's going to back up, do snowball. Won't land. Won't be able to take any camps away as well, as they should look to blast cone out here. Saints, don't know how much they want to take this 3v3. PCL goes a bit too deep, will force to leave. But the invade doesn't really lead too much, just some good deep vision here for the side of the Saints. Nidalee though will happily farm up her camps and go on with her clear. And it's ISU with a great early game, up 1k gold. And they have their gold on the champs that they definitely want to have the gold on.
Absolutely, and while they're fighting for control in this game, giving you a rest here, Theo. That was a crazy sniff I've ever seen one. I wish you got to see that from my perspective. That was awesome. And so is this ward battle on this bottom side as Lig. Oh, nice stun coming up from Miracle, but maybe it's going to amount to nothing. Maybe it's going to amount to everything here as they get the root to Barlow. Grenade's going to bounce, hit Barlow on his head, his big bald head. Actually, he's not bald in that skin, is he? I don't think so. I think he's got a nice head of hair there. Maybe a faux hawk is we're going to be leading another charge to grief our blue buff for Maddie. But I think this time they're going to be able to fight back. But whether or not they want to is going to be up to them. But with Meslo here, I think they're just going to opt to let them have it. Hey, yeah, take your stupid blue buff. See if I care. I wonder if the States are going to try contesting the grubs this time. I think ISU's gotten every single grubs this series. No, actually, game 1 on the volley bear. Maddie was able to take the Drake and then get the grubs, and we still lost that game. Remarkable.
Oh! And here's a pick on mid lane. Flocon, no flash into the Azir. I was going to say it before the game, but I didn't. And once Azir hits level 6, if this Xerath doesn't have flash, he's just dead. Nidalee going to come here, throw a spear. And that's what I was talking about, the composition from ISU. I like it. I think it's good. I think the Azir getting these kills is best case scenario. One thing for the Saints that's going well, Ricky will be very fed on the Scion. He's going to be a Giga tank, and it's going to be hard to kill, but if the Azir has this many kills, it doesn't really matter how tanky you are, that champ just burns through tanks. That's kind of his job.
He will be the ultimate odd mon, as one may say, as Maddie being the terror of the Raptors. Bottom side, things are looking. I think I saw a flash down there from Miracle. Never mind. No. I saw him jump forward real fast there. But shot comes through. Big, getting a little aggressive. He's gonna whiff the root. But Saints, I don't think they're in a great position to get aggressive. If we're looking at the CS, Lig left behind. Not common you see that, but topside PCL trading onto Ricky. Both of them are duking it out as we see everybody just vying for control, vying for any kind of advantage that they can find. You know what I realized would be the true worst case scenario about the series, Theo? Is if we came all this way and then the Saints lost. I think I would truly never forgive them. At least if they won, I'd be able to like, all right, whatever, you guys won. But if they lost, brother.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to them about that one if they do lose. For sure, and right now, doesn't look good for them, Daniil.
Yeah, that's what made me realize that. 2K down, 3 kills down, grub spawning, Nidalee already on top of it. So no grubs for them.
Daniil, I don't know if you know this, but Azir takes turret very quickly.
Crazy.
And with 6 grubs now, I mean, St. Clair
even crazier.
They're in a world of trouble.
In a world of trouble. But guess what? Ocean Drake is here to save them. That's spawning up. Saints ready. They're poised to take that dragon as they have Saints' entire family in the mid lane ready to try to do absolutely nothing here to Meslo, especially with Kronos coming through. Saints taking this Drake, but Kronos is ready to contest, and I think they have every right in the world to do so. Really, I mean, they got the crew here. I think they might even have Renekton nearby, because I don't see him on the top side. Ricky's not here, that's for sure, but they find initiation, they find 2 stuns coming out, gonna get the kill onto Meslo right away. Lig getting that shot to finish it off. Curtain call, they find Renekton. Ricky all the way from downtown charges them to protect Lig's life, and that allows him to get every shot he needs to devastate ISU. Triple kill for Lig. Blowing the Drake open, let the cool waters wash over you as they claim the Ocean Drake as their rightful prize over that incredible team fight.
And I think that's what separates good teams from great teams. ISU, they had no reason to fight that dragon. Literally no reason. You're Azir scaling, you got 6 grubs.
It's an Ocean Drake.
Doesn't matter, send your Azir top lane, he'll take that entire turret. Yes, you give up an Ocean Dragon. Yeah, he will. And then
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, you agreed?
Yeah. I was like, who cares? It's Ocean Drake. I thought Ocean Drake was crazy. I said, like after one of the games, like, oh, you guys got Ocean Drake. It's so good. And they laughed at me, like, dude, Ocean Drake's terrible. I'm like, what?
And like they threw their entire lead from that. Look at the gold.
I'm looking.
Only 704 kills now on Lig.
Come on.
And in the meantime,
he's every single. Hey, 4. Or what's that? It's like this, right? Yeah, 4. No, not like that. You know the guy with like the picture?
Oh, the money?
No, not the money.
The guy with like his pants sagging?
No. He's just like.
I'm thinking of a different guy.
You're thinking about a different guy. But this crazy that there's 2 guys with 4 in a funny angle.
There's some guy on Twitter that has a profile picture like that. It's like some.
I think he does have money. Huh? But you know who has money here? Renekton, as he's going band for band with Ricky in the top side here.
No, you don't do that.
Not at all. Not with Ricky LaFleur. He will embarrass you every time.
In the air. That's what I call him.
Psychotic, Theo. Absolutely
why is that psychotic?
drudgerous. Millionaire.
Rich millionaire.
I need to start putting on a Ukrainian accent or something. I don't even know what that sounds like.
You can try that one.
I don't even know. Oh, Flocon putting on a winner accent and getting out of dodge before it's too late.
Yeah, but the thing is, now he has no flash. Next time, Azir has ultimate. He won't have flash to dodge it. So.
I know, that was so funny. It's just like, yeah, now he has no flash.
Now he has no flash. It's not good. It's not good.
Man.
But there's not much you can really do about that. I mean, he can just do that at any point, go with the ultimate. Bright spot for the Saints. Lig on the Jin, 4 kills has the Collector. And that's even the win con for the Saints. And to be honest, ISU, they're going to have a really hard time getting anywhere near this Jin. So just the perfect person to have kills on. You have so much poke with the Jin. Xerath. You know, ISU kind of threw away their lead here. Now they get a game towards the bot side. Braum gonna pop that ultimate, and here comes the Jin ultimate. So much damage. Barlow is gonna fall down, and they should be able to dive this Ashe. But Miracle does fall to the Nidalee as they kind of just overlooked the Nidalee. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Both supports falling down. Nothing crazy at the end of the day, but this Nidalee getting way too ahead of herself.
Beautiful.
Gives a shutdown over to Leg for no real reason, and now in the mid lane. Have to be careful here. Azir will get out, but Saints, they're just making the right plays all over the map.
100%. And it looks like the Saints are just having full. You're talking about the same guy?
Yeah.
Well, you said he had money.
I thought he had money on his hand.
There's no money anywhere.
Well, I'm trolling.
You are trolling, but you know who might be trolling here? Renekton. Not going to do anything too crazy. Oh,
Flocon solo kill. How did we miss that?
I mean, same way he ended up dying. You know, sometimes unexpected things happen. But you know what's not unexpected? Ricky dominating this top lane with 142 to 126. 1 death, 2 assists. I don't even know who those assists were on. Oh, it's going to be on Lig, of course, as they're getting this started in the mid lane. Got that stack on from that Braum. Want to avoid it? Bang! Ricky LaFleur.
Solo bolo.
There he is. Ricky LaFleur. I don't know what I was trying to go for.
We gotta make a chant for him. You know, like UK like football fans.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
We gotta make one for Ricky.
R-I-C-K-Y.
Okay, enough said.
Ricky
we'll
LaFleur is that guy. Ricky.
Okay, we'll do that. If he gets another solo kill, I'll forget it, but like I'll sing along.
I got you. Don't worry. I'm the rememberer between us.
Yeah, I just kind of look and talk.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now. As we're looking and talking at this game right now, we're seeing the Rift Herald taking quite a bit of heat. Snowball, it's
get
huge.
in there,
it's massive.
Maddie, get in
He's
there.
looking for some damage. He's looking to cost him Braum right there, finding 2, bowling on these kids with the artillery coming out from Flocon. The blizzard comes. Ricky is here. R-I-C-K-Y. He's Ricky LaFleur. He's that guy. Ricky as they get the kills. Renekton so low is gonna force me flashed out. The bullet's gonna be taken by Chronos. Miracle's gonna fall with this Azir really close by, doing able to so much, but Lig, he wants revenge for his fallen support, fighting really good damage, gonna miss the root, but still putting a lot of damage on the head of Meslo. Ricky just running it down, he does not care.
Big ult.
Finding the backline, Flocon is gonna go down, so is Lig. Gonna lose his life, but still finding a lot of value.
I mean, that was just a crazy fight. It was like 4 for 4 or 4 for 3. Everyone died but the Nidalee and the Renekton, and you know, Azir did get some gold there, which is scary. He's very close to that Rabadon's get death cap, but Ricky, he's going to be so tanky on this Sion as Maddie. He's going to go farm up a little bit. This Nidalee isn't really doing too much, I would say. She only has the Leonjus and the Mercs, and she should do a lot more for her team to win this game.
4 for 3. 4 is the number of this game. We got a Jin here.
It's 4 for 4.
4 for 4? Hey! 4 for 4. Great song. I like it a lot. Great album as well. You don't know anything, brother. But what I do know is ISU taking this dragon. Saints don't want to let this happen.
Oh, look at Maddie.
Good snowball, but it's not a great snowball. We need something more. Barlow blocking all these shots, but guess what? Meslo on the sidelines. Does he have his ultimate? No, he doesn't. He's a little bit handicapped for this fight, but they're fighting a lot of damage. Onto Flocon. Initiation's gonna be found. Miracle saving the life of his teammates. Faith Can is gone, as now the fight turns sour for ISU. Oh my god, Flocon escaping with his life. He's even dodging the spear after doing the artillery shots. Fighting a lot of damage. Braum with the ultimate. It's not gonna amount to much, as all your damage. Azir caught Penta, but no! Miracle living up to his name, saving the lives of his teammates. And Chronos, the last member of ISU standing, could maybe turn something around here, but he's just gonna opt to run away.
I mean, Saints are lucky. I feel like the Azir could have definitely played that fight a lot better. He has that ultimate as well, and he just used it any time there, could have probably killed 3, as the health bars of the Saints were so low, but that's a giant fight now for them. No big spikes coming through for side of ISU. Saints can be on soul point. It is the Cloud Drake, the best soul in the game, the Neil, and they're just 5 minutes away from being able to fight for that one. Baron gonna spawn in about 5 minutes as well, so it's gonna be up to ISU to pick what they want to fight. And Sinclair, I mean, right now they have ISU in a chokehold. Shouldn't throw this one away.
You're joking. I was gonna say, oh, please inform the lovely people here and at home what's so valuable about the Cloud Drake Soul. What does it give you?
It makes you very speedy, and for anyone wondering, movement speed is the most overpowered stat in League of Legends. I know you might not think that, but statistically speaking, it's what I said is 100% fact.
And what is also 100% fact is Ricky gonna get the kill here with the help of
Come
on. R-I-C-K-Y. Ricky LaFleur, he's the guy. But so is Lig here with the rest of his teammates. Look at him smiling. He knows what he's doing. Damn. Still, Saints are having a good game so far. Ricky. I have to finish the chant.
R-I-C-K-Y. Ricky LaFleur is the guy. Ricky.
Come on.
See, this is what ISU should have been doing the entire game. Go side lane. Look how quickly this Azir takes this turret. Like, I don't know why ISU keep fighting. Their strong point this game is let this Azir go side lane. He can kill the Xerath one-on-one with his ultimate and just let him take every turret on the map. But no, ISU do not want to win. They will keep team fighting, and St. Clair will keep killing them.
And the best part is he also takes the turrets and kind of makes them his own, which is another great part about Azir. In fact, it's kind of iconic to the champion, but we haven't really seen it taking much effect in this game so far. Bottom tower is still up. I believe the mid tower is still up. We're just seeing that top tower going down just now as Maddie running through the snowball. Finding the Braum. When his shield is up, he's going to be able to avoid a lot of that damage. He might have died otherwise, but with the curtain call coming up and he's rooted, he'll be able to find some good damage and some slows. Miracle trying to help him finish off that kill. Lig finishing it off here. Miracle trying to follow up with the rest of the team, taking a lot of damage, forced to go back, but he's going to die. The Blizzard comes through. The cold takes you. Kronos is gone, and Flocon finding the artillery to take down the Ashe. That is another good value steal from the Saints. Ricky doing awesome.
And he's just gonna kill.
Out-leveling him, actually, and out-manning him. Whoa! Forcing him away. The soldiers protecting their king, but maybe it's not enough. He does not care with Maddie coming in.
Strike right there, Daniel.
Absolutely.
What's the saying again? Do you know who you are, I am, or something like that? The bowling guy?
No.
Oh, maybe you don't know.
I know I don't know.
It's like an iconic sports code. Ricky LaFleur would know for sure. I can guarantee you if we interview him after the game, he'll know what I'm talking about.
I think we're interviewing our beds after this game, brother.
That's a good interview.
I think so. But I would love to interview Ricky. It's always a fun time interview. I like interviewing Ricky so much. I think we shouldn't. We should interview someone else.
I wanted to do Alonzo, but he's a rat a little bit. He didn't want to do it.
I want to ask him about a lot of things. I like talking to Alonzo.
He hates doing interviews, so
awesome.
The fact that he said yes the first time was awesome. But we will get a post-game interview. I think Lonzo Ball, as some would call him, would be a good candidate for that one. And he can explain to us why his team just decided to throw Game 1 out.
I would love to talk to him
I'd
about
love
Game
to talk
1.
to Alonzo.
Because he told me his team should be executed after Game 1.
He did?
No.
That's something I would say.
Something everybody would say after that one. But again, I think what makes Game 1 so interesting, it's so out of character for the Saints. This team is phenomenal, as we've seen Game 2, as we're seeing right now, as we saw in the open qualifier run. This team is remarkable, okay?
Sometimes.
And so when they do... You were holding that in for so long, watching that like load in your brain, like when do I ruin this?
No, I didn't ruin it.
You enhanced the experience, surely. As this team here,
playing good. They're playing good.
They're a good team. So when they do things like Game 1, you gotta talk about it for another hour. But Maddie, gonna get a stun that we're gonna be talking about for the rest of our careers. As he gets stunned onto the Braum. Shield is still up, however. Finding one more shot in the chamber for Lig. It's gonna hit Kronos, doing a lot of damage. Xerath with the artillery as well. That's another thing I didn't consider about the lineup here. Both of our damage, they just want to get in the back as far away from as possible and deal all their damage. So it doesn't matter how squishy they are if they can't get found. But a huge arrow gonna get cleansed off. And now Maddie throwing another snowball, gonna get eaten by a minion. That's a spare right there. Yeah, that's what
That was like a 1 on the left. If you got lucky.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Oh, big engage coming in from Miracle. There's a Noodle ultimate as well. They find the pick onto the Braum, and they're going to make their way over to the Cloud Soul Daniil. I mean, Cloud Soul has like
rolling around at the speed
What
of
do you think
sound.
Cloud Soul's win rate is in ranked?
70%.
95.
Whoa!
95.
Yahoo! Ladies and gentlemen, we're going home, baby. Take me home. Get me out of this chair. I can't wait for. Oh look! Oh my God, you weren't lying. They're fast. And since I'm so smart, I will correct you and say it's actually 87%.
84.7.
Whoops. Thank you, Alexa. But again, it's 11, so forgive me for forgetting.
This is true.
True.
Atacon.
Huh?
We got Atacon.
Yeah, I saw.
Collect the flowers.
Get the flowers.
Gardening.
Oh no!
Kronos forgot that the Herald leaves at 25 minutes. But valid mistake to make at this time of day. I mean,
Day of time of night.
yeah, can't blame for that. And again, CS numbers, like nobody just likes to farm out of these two teams. I mean, Ricky has the most on 220, but 25 minutes into the game, nobody wants to farm.
Everybody wants to kill, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the numbers a little bit right now. If you look at the number side of things, the Saints, they're doing really good. They have a nice net worth lead here, just a bit over
Look at Maddie.
3K. Maddie with a snowball running.
Rolling.
He's rolling.
Ah!
Rolling.
It's a spare.
It's a nothing. That's like a gutter ball right there.
Cutter ball.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
True.
Yeah. Baron is up, though.
Bernstein.
Now, here's two things I'm considering right now.
Mhm.
One, the unholy, the demonic throw somehow involving this Baron.
Like the Holy Quan. Throw.
Not the holy
Oh,
throw.
he doesn't cancel.
That's a holy one strike right there.
Wait a second.
Get the blizzard. The cold consumes you as they take him down. That's going to be really big for this Baron take as well. Oh, no Renekton. It's going to be damn near impossible to do it. In fact, I think they could just turn on Baron right now. You got to already see the pings coming through. There's quite literally nothing that ISU can do now with the Renekton gone to stop this Baron take.
Yeah, the thing about the Saints, their Baron take is suboptimal to say the least. They'll take them like literally a minute to do this because they don't have much CPS.
That's true.
But ISU can contest. Their Renekton has no TP. They're gonna try. But Ricky, he's a big, beefy boy here. 3 items.
Oh! Ricky jump scare.
He's just running around them on full speed. Like he's just ignoring everyone running into the back line. And there's Miracle with the engage. They find a knock-up Clank on the hard steal. The second player here, the Ash, is gonna live.
For now.
I think you forgot.
Look at Maddie, he's hungry.
Look how fast he is.
He wants that. But they find
How does
Link.
he die?
That's a great question. I've been asking myself that a lot, especially since game 1. But Maddie just dancing with Faith Can here as they recognize that the bell has tolled for ISU. What do you think the odds are he actually lets him recall here? 0%, baby.
How did Miracle
Get
die?
him out. That's a great question. Same way
What's
that Link
going
died,
on?
probably. Maybe Maddie was dancing with an enemy, could have helped out.
Oh, look at Ricky though. He's ending the game.
But look at Flocon though. He's ending his life. But Maddie comes through
You're
finally
right.
here, taking it out. Barlow still alive actually, threatening Flocon potentially. No, he's still getting the kill into the Braum. But Meslo, really low HP, charging up for Kamehameha. He's gonna fall. Maddie has to turn this around somehow with the Blizzard. Cold consumes you. Frostbitten. That's. Hey, I just realized this is Baron buff gone for the entire team basically.
No.
What? Maddie has it.
Ricky.
Ricky has it.
Ricky having it is good, and you know I have a feeling this game is gonna end relatively soon. Daniil,
The Grim Reaper comes.
Yeah, I think Daniil, these guys, they've had enough. The Saints, they've played well enough to win this series. Obviously, some things could have gone better, but they are looking to close the game out here. As Ricky, he's just so massive on this Scion, looking very, very good as of right now. And they're going to look to take this bot tier 2 and look to close the game out. As Daniil, how long do you think the ISU can hold up?
Maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds is gonna be my estimation. Maybe 1.5. As we're seeing ISU completely crumble here. We got Ricky LaFleur taking that front line. Look at him with the TP coming in as well. Maddie finds a snowball to 2 yet again. No follow-up. It's a little too risky for them, but now Flocon's here. Gonna cause some mayhem, cause some destruction. As the Saints are playing a little bit patiently here. They have the Baron buff. They don't want to throw it, however, as they threw so hard in that first game. No repeats, never again. We want to finish this game off here. We want to finish it off. Nice and calm, Maddie. Look at him. He's hungry. He wants it rolling. Once again onto the Braum with that shield up. It's going to be difficult, but the arrow finds Floke on the back line, and he follows through PCL. He gets the back line, but he has his Zonias. He is golden with the Blizzard at the slam coming up from Ricky LaFleur. Almost finding value, not finding enough from Meslo as he's gonna go down. Lig is still alive with that shot finding him, but Ricky, he's so tanky, and Meslo is not at all his own Zonias, but the trap is down, trying to dash for sweet dear life, but Lig, the ace in the hole for St. Clair College, Faith Can is already gone, no faith left, as the Saints are looking to end this game.
Yeah, great team fight there by the Saints. They close out the game. A good series from them. The last 2 games were very clean. First game, I mean, they're gonna need some improvements. You know, closing out their leads here. And St. Clair, they did a great job. But you know, we're gonna have a secret guest with us here. We're gonna have Alonzo Ball joining us in just a second. But before we do that, let's take a look at some stats over here. Lig had an amazing game on that Jin. I mean, 13-7.
And it's beautiful. Just looking at these numbers, it's remarkable to see. Look at Maddie's numbers. 5-3-21. Are you kidding me? Who is this guy? Someone get him signed to the #1 team of all time. But we also got Ricky. Impressive as well. Played fantastic. An MVP for this game. Maybe for the series, depending on who you ask. Gonna be Maddie LaFleur here.
Maddie LaFleur.
Maddie LaFleur. That's what I've been calling.
I'm telling you, Daniil's drunk off the Jamaican rum.
I don't know. Maddie's more Jamaican than me, as you can see with these stats. 5-3-21, 83% kill participation, and with those snowballs, I don't think we saw a single fight start or a single fight end without a huge high-impact snowball coming out from Maddie. And,
a lot of strikes.
A lot of strikes. A couple gutter balls here and there. But still, really impressive regardless. And I think he was a cornerstone of this, at very least this game. And I said game 1. I said he was going to be the X factor. I said he was definitely going to be a big part of the success that they had, and he was. And in this game 3 as well, I think it's certain.
Yeah, and he is the MVP. We're gonna have a post-game interview with him really quickly. And actually, let's just get Maddie up here right now. Maddie, yeah, come join us. Why not? You know, we'll be on the screen in just a second, but hop in the middle, yeah, between us.
Well, I'm not sure. Hold on.
Yeah, Daniil, what are we doing? Maddie, I mean, what a series. You guys, had a very big lead in game 1. We'll forget game 1 quickly, but game 2 and 3, very good performance. How are you feeling about the team?
Pretty good. I mean, I feel like we have a little bit of a rivalry with ISU, especially how they have Barlow, who used to come here, and me and Flocon are big friends with him. So it's really nice to shut on him in in OQs and in CLOL or in Collegiate as well.
Yeah,
feels
absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
And hey, you know what? We got some words. All right, game 1. I want to hear your words. What happened there?
We ran it down.
That's basically what we said.
I mean, like, we got so far ahead, we're like, wait, these guys, they're kind of trolling. So, like, this is going to be a 2-0, and we couldn't have that. We know you need to stay here, get the bigger paycheck. So,
Yeah.
we made it the distance just for fun,
Sure.
But they gave us a run for it.
Maybe the message got lost in translation between us and your coach, where I said make sure it's 2-0, and you guys heard it, make it game 3. I don't know, but at
It's
the end of
always
the
more
day,
fun to
it
go
was
to game 3.
absolutely a fantastic series. I can't deny that, except for maybe game 1.
Well, now season's coming to a close relatively soon. The regular season, playoffs coming up. You go into a LAN, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that you guys are playing your best League of Legends right now when you need to?
I am saying we're definitely scaling towards the end of CLOL season late game, and that's good. really excited for our CLOL run and also replaying this team in Florida. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, a storyline is building here. It's been built, and it's gonna be beautiful debut, season finale at Florida at the finals for NACE. But we've been talking about League for a long time now. But actually, I want to ask you one more question about League. You've been playing on this team for a long time, and numbers have shown us, at least in open qualifiers, you guys played better than you ever have, or at least made it as far as you ever have. Okay, I want to ask you, how do you feel like this team is performing compared to previous years, and do you think you guys can really go the distance this time around?
We're definitely aiming higher than top 8, which has been a record for the last 2 years. We always have different rosters every year, different players,
Yeah.
new players. So there's always an adjustment period. I feel like we struggle with the adjustment period, but when it matters, we always lock in and we always perform. And we just need to perform when it matters. In a month or so, when the games are very important, and we can show them what's up.
Cool. Show them what's up, indeed. Thank you, Maddie, for your strong words. Do you
You're
have any
welcome.
words from him?
I mean, no. That's any last words you want to say to maybe the Saints fans looking forward to the
All
postseason?
Saints fans.
Shout out to the fans.
Shout out to the
Shout out
fans.
Shout out to the fans.
And shout outs to one other fan we have here waiting in the wings. This is a fan that's been there
Oh.
since the beginning. We got Coach Alonzovic, as you call him.
Lonzo Ball.
Alonzo Ball. My
Yeah.
mistake. Alonzo Ball. Now, Coach, I'm going to ask you pretty similar questions here. Game 1. I mean, you had some words to say about Game 1. I want to hear you say them here. Maybe a little bit more nicely.
I jinxed it because I already said this game's over. We should have won that. After 15 minutes, then it started going south.
How did it go
Went
south?
north as well. At one
What-
point.
And
It
north,
went
yeah,
everywhere.
He's right.
It's just.
What exactly? Well, not what exactly. You don't have to give away the secret sauce, but like,
We just weren't synced and it felt like we already thought this game was done, so we thought we could like not fight 5v5, fight too fast, but I mean,
But the last two
fair
games
enough.
were good.
yeah, the last 2 games were way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First game should have been
I mean,
way better
I'm
too.
gonna just say it. You guys looked like, I know it's a bit of a rivalry. You guys looked way stronger than ISU, basically throughout every game. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of prep did you do to just be ready against a strong team?
Oh, we put something in their food. Our
Oh.
players, they were drugged up.
Okay.
They were locked in. They wanted to say, "Come on."
Come on, we said it a lot here, especially in that game 3. Maddie obviously the MVP, but any other really strong performances you saw? Any outstanding moments you saw at game 3 of that entire series? You're the coach, so the praise from you means a lot. Anyone you want to really shout out
Yeah,
from that game?
I think Ricky's been playing really well this series. I think
He's choking up a little bit.
he solo killed PCL. I think 3 games in a row. Like every
Yes,
game, he
let's
solo
go.
killed him, even like on tanks. So
We came up with a chant for him. I'm not going to do it because it's a little embarrassing. but
the,
he's-
ch-
he's
the
that-
come on.
No,
that's what he
it's-
likes
it's
to do.
actually- we know that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He has
that's-
something else. Okay, I
that's
didn't
the
know
call,
that.
yeah.
I'll ask him after.
I'll ask you the non-league question, my friend. Everybody here, especially on the team, you guys love League of Legends. Are there any other games you guys have been enjoying? How about you? Anything you've been playing recently that's really getting you excited?
Yeah, I've been kind of getting into Dota a bit.
Ooh, that's his. That's his
it's
thing.
it. He got me in there. He got me in
I
there.
just suggested
And then
it.
he
He's
doesn't
liking
play
it.
with me.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm
I'm
myself.
busy, bro. If we didn't go to game 3, I probably would have been able to play with you tonight.
Well,
So, blame this guy.
you wanted 2-0, you got 2-1. You got more hours, more money. Why not?
I'd rather
What?
get more sleep, ladies and
true,
gentlemen. But
true.
that's a fantastic series. We joke, we make fun of you guys, but in the end, you're a fantastic team. It's always a pleasure to watch you guys, and you are truly masters of your craft.
Good job. Okay, thank you, Daniel. All right, you guys can head on home. We're gonna wrap things up here as well. So, thank you to everyone in the back. Alexa was directing. That's all I can remember. So you
I
got
think Kale's back there.
All right, Kale
and,
is back
of
there.
course, Adrian always helps.
Adrian,
everybody.
always back here every single day. Thank you to our sponsors, Tim Hortons, Subway, Alien Aware. We have St. Clair Cersei and St. Clair Alumni Association. Thank you, obviously, to our players. Thank you to our fans. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And we'll be here. Oh, thank you to Daniil as well.
Nah,
He did
I
something.
left game 3.
He did something today. And that's it for us today. We're going to be back here tomorrow around the same time for more Saints action. Thank you guys for
Come on.
watching. And have yourselves a wonderful night.
Thank you.